style of, I put together what we could in what was definitely the most popular, which was actually the bright green of the Paraiba. So what I'm going to do is I've got 3 compiled for you. They're huge sizes. Now I know big, huge Paraiba sounds expensive, but these will not be. They are very well reduced. They are incredible price tags. We're going to see those coming up. I've got 3 to choose from in 3 different shapes and different mountings for you as well. So again, that was our very most favorite the last time we shot Paraibas at a deal. So we will see 3 of those in those bright lime greens. It feels like the slice of a lime on a margarita glass. I mean, it is just really, really bright and neon. So we have those coming up. Also have some new golden pearl earrings. They are drops. They are that threader style that we see every now and again. And when we do, they're very, very popular. So we're going to bring those to you as well, in addition to, okay, a beautiful Morganite and an emerald cut. If you have not seen an emerald cut Morganite, get ready. We've got a special look at that for you. I'm really excited about what I'm going to be doing to drop prices for you as well. And there are some copper bearing stones that are not green. I've got one that's a beautiful rubellite. It's really large. And then we've also got more of that pinky, kind of a pinky purple blend. So very rubellite. And what would a show be without blue winged black D Tanzanites? Well, we've got the best in the world. So we'll feature a couple of those. I've actually got some earring studs and a ring to match if you want to have the whole suite and set. Or, well, look at this. This is the 14 karat. Oh my goodness. This is going to be the lowest per carat price tag we've seen on a blue wing block D museum reserve. So if you're in the market for an emerald cut, and you can go all the way up to well, let's just put it this way. Maybe you weren't able to go up to 14 carats in previous price points. Well, tonight's the night we can do that for you as well, thanks to that drop in the discount, plus your 10% off everything that you see. What you see is what you get. The exception would be, I don't know if we have any exceptions today, to be honest with you. Maybe a couple of our stud earrings. We're also going to see a collection of stud earrings. They're affordable too. So even if you're thinking, oh, fine jewelry, I hear what's going on. I'm reading the headlines. I know what's going on with fine jewelry. Not sure I can get in. Well, that's what this sale is meant for. That's what this sale and this network, for that matter, is built upon, is the idea of giving you values all along that you could never get anywhere else on fine jewelry. So excited to bring you a lot of one-of-a-kinds tonight. And again, anything you're looking for, please feel free to give us a call. That is why we have that phone number down there for you to use and use often. I hope you will, because it's an important night with our final days here approaching of our summer sale, okay? Because really once August hits, yeah, we start to think about back to normalcy, not fall yet, but you know, starting to get back in routine. So this is the time to take advantage of that discount and get those favorite pieces, or check out what we have that's brand new, because I do have something here that is brand new as well. I'm going to start with this one, actually. It's a little high-end, but I know it's so unique that I want to start here. Let's take a look at this and see what you think of our fabulous, it feels like all these different colors together, but in like this movement of ocean currents. It is so beautiful. It's item number 11288184 to get you started here. And this is, if you have not seen it, it is rare as can be. It is Ammolite, and that is stunning. It's going to be our item number 1128184 to get us going, but it's how we added to it that I think really makes it well done. It's a 2 karat 98. Of course, we're very particular about what we bring in Ammolites. That's got to be the, there are different patterns, believe it or not. They're not all this stunning. It really is something we're very selective. So we don't bring you any of the brown material. Yeah, it's usually kind of brown and kind of patternless. This one is 14 karat solid rose and white gold together, because we have added, look at that, the white diamonds and the pink diamonds together to give you that striped effect and to create something just really dazzling around your Ammolite that already gives you the reds and the greens and the blues and that very beautiful striped effect. Let me tell you, if you're an opal lover or think you might want an opal, but you look at some of the prices on opal when they have a lot of color and you're going, oh, I've got one today, for example, that I would actually say for $40,000, I'd probably rather have this Ammolite, because we have an opal. It's beautiful. It's a big stone. It's a great black opal. It's got a lot of color, but it's 40 grand. It's a lot of money to spend on a piece of jewelry. I'm not afraid to say it. It's a lot of money. Whereas this is even more of the, I would just say, because it's more like stripes of color instead of little pinpoints or little flashes here and there, it makes it so much more, really delivers the impact I think we're looking for. There's 18 points in the pink diamonds and also 40 points in the white. So a grand total of 58 points altogether in that two-tone gold. So 18 and 40, and we're going to blow it out because that's what we like to do here on a Wednesday. I'm so glad to have you you with us. It's really good to hang out. I know we've been without shopping for the last couple days, at least around here. So if you have missed the big values, we're glad to have you here. And again, let us know what requests you have, because this sale is winding down. This whole event is not something that's going to be around forever and ever. So we want to make sure you get in while you can on your favorites. And again, never hesitate to make requests to us as well so we can help you out. But this is rare. And most of the Ammolites I've had over the years have been a bit, they usually are going to be a lesser diamond weight. They're usually a bit smaller. They usually are, you know, maybe again, lacking some of the extra diamond wow factor we love. This is really a stronger stone with that effect where one color goes into another. So again, think about how really, really special. And not to mention, if you're going, I've never heard of this, or this is really rare, I don't find this in jewelry stores, believe it or not, it's actually one of the oldest gems. Well, actually, it's only been regarded as an official gemstone since 1981, so it's about my age. But it is, which it looks really good for its age, don't you think? But it's actually 6 million years old. Rather 65 million. 65, I don't know where I got 6. 65. So again, it may only look 6 million when it's 65 million, because remember, this comes from fossilized shell from the prehistoric days. So you're not used to seeing a lot of this material like that. So we're going to take a look at it here, get you on the great, great value that we love. Even though it's brand new, can't help ourselves. We got to blow it out from $49.99. So come on in. There's one and one alone. Look at those beautiful waves of color. I think you're going to see a lot more of that when you see it actually move on the hand, which I will show you now. There it is. Look at that. So you even see purples. The blues transition to purples, the greens transition into the reds, and then you get yellow. And then you get this amazing orange effect from where the red is happening as well. It really is stunning, and trust me, this one's going to turn heads. And I think the pink diamonds is our first Ammolite ever with pink diamonds on the sides, and we're going to take it on down from 49 to 39 to even 29. I know we got an Ammolite fan out there who's going to want that big value and want to score that big discount as we go back up close to bring you a better value than even $29.99. Let's send it on out of here. It is time to go. This one's got to, and it will. And that's because it's not even $2,000. We're making it $1,999 only. That will be it. If you have anything you're looking for, let me know. Hey, Donna, glad to see you with us today, Donna. I know we were, she was sharing with me early this morning. Well, granted, she's across the country, so it wasn't probably as early for her as it was for me. But she was sharing some of her latest creative artwork with me. And hey, good to see you, Donna. She said she would hang out with me tonight, so I'm glad to see you there. So good to have you. Let's make sure this one's going. And again, there's a $200 extra discount that you're getting. So it's going to be $1,799 at checkout. All right, so we'll keep on moving. And you know what's interesting is a couple months ago, I had a sale going on. It was a different sale, but I got to say, the one thing that seemed to be really making headlines was this multicolored concept, not just in one stone, but actually one type of gem, but we put them all together. I know there were so many of you at the time, and I hope one of you is out there tonight looking for 4414, which is this collection of sapphires, different colors that are ombre. They're all sapphires in the middle there. That is a rim of enameling done on the outside and the diamonds in the veil. And then it's all finished, and we're going to throw in the chain. So this is what was so hot. I know I could not keep these in stock. It's something we couldn't make more of because they're from an outside, very shishi designer who does a lot of very cool gems with enameling and things like that. And we're so proud to be able to get a few pieces here and there. We got another one. This was all I could get after begging and pleading with that designer. So now, granted, they don't love giving away their jewelry, and that's exactly what happens here when we put it on the air. So I can't blame them, but I did get one. So let's take it down to a great value. It's our yellow gold only, and it comes with a chain, which is an 18-inch chain as well. So I'm going to show it to you from a distance on the hand. We're going to have a little light issue tonight. So, you know, we're going to go without light for the most of the night, it looks like. So again, forgive us for that. Too warm in here to have a light working. So I guess we'll just either wait, and by the time we go off the air, it'll probably be cool enough in here where the light will stay on. But that's our 47 points in carat weight. But look how pretty that is from a distance where you see this. I like that it's actually that vertical type of ombre where it goes pink on the left, yellows and oranges in the middle, and the blues on the right side. It's the most soft, beautiful, delicate ombre. And then again, the diamonds in the bail. This is your chain. It's going to have a, it's actually going to have a little bit of adjustability. There's either 16 or 18 on that lobster claw clasp for you. And then of course you can take the chain off. You can replace it with another if you'd like, or you can wear it just as is, or make it two pieces at one if you wanted to give and keep, whatever you want to do. But that's what it looks like. Great everyday wearable. I don't think that's anything too dressy for every day. Plus you've got all the colors of the sapphires, and again, what was making these so popular was like so many designer pieces we get, it starts with a higher price, and then once we took it down, got it under cost, well, everybody started to get real into these great designer styles. So let's do that now, make it even better than $9.99 or $8.88. Even $799. There is this one and one only. It's going to stay in the yellow gold, of course, and we're going to bring it on down to just $777, and that actually goes down to another level. It goes to $699 at checkout. I've probably over this time of this event probably got you well versed on 10% off. You can probably do 10% off discounts in your sleep at this point when you're out shopping here or anywhere else. So here's where we're doing another $77.70 off. It'll make it $699 and change. If you'd like to get that one and only, goes with everything. Great colors, and of course it is sapphire. So sapphire has with it its own importance in the gem kingdom. It's one of the more important ones, and obviously a great discount, and we're proud to have it. So that's going to be $699 with the chain. Remember, that's all 14 karat yellow gold, stays as is. So if you even just need a chain, let me tell you, for $699, you would be hard pressed to get a solid gold chain for that price without the pendant. So it's almost like buy the cheaper aspect, get the really important designer element with it for free is really what this feels like at this point. And then we're going to keep on moving. I've got speaking of rare, look at this. And tell me, it doesn't even matter what stone it is. What matters is how beautiful it is in the color, because this is round Tsavorite. It's actually one of the rare green stones you can get, of course, out of the garnet family, which we appreciate. So you have that really wonderful way that it's giving that bright color, but not too dark, never overly saturated. Otherwise, it wouldn't be selected for jewelry. Got kind of this is the Stardust style, but we do two different versions. We do the really big, oversized, wider band. We do the smaller, more narrow. This is the smaller of the two, but it is not small. I would say even it could be a pinky ring if you want it to be, if you like a little bit of an oversized kind of look, like a signet style of sorts. Let me know on the Ammolite and the sapphires. We're going to keep on moving before things go, because that way we can show you more jewelry and more discounts on the way. But here we go with our 40 pointer with 49 points in diamond. They are set in. So there's only 4 prongs in the entire piece, and that's just to set your center stone. The rest are all burnished into the band. Burnishing is different than bezel, so keep that in mind. I know that terminology is confusing, but again, I like to strive to give everybody a jewelry education as best I can, so that even, you know, if you're not a shopper but just a window shopper or a casual viewer, you still learn a little bit about jewelry, because who doesn't want to know about some of what can be the most confusing world to shop in when it comes to the metals market and the gems and the diamonds. They're all so different. This is 4045. It is a one of a kind, but again, burnishing is when you set down into the gold. Bezels where you're actually giving it a distinct border. So just so you know, it's usually something you see where there's an elevated stone or a little bit larger stone that's actually rimmed in gold, much like you would see in our diamonds by the yard, to give you an example, or even those big bezel set studs we do, where there's one individual stone and then the bezel around it. This is a little different where it's actually set down in. So think of if you were laying something into the ground, so to speak. Like if you were laying bricks and you wanted everything to be smooth, that grout between your bricks or your mortar would be exactly at the same level. Think of that the way burnishing is done, where it's set down in. So it really is smooth. There is no ridge, there is no sharp edge, there's nothing at all that's going to ever create any kind of friction with clothing or other jewelry, but also I think it's really about the look. It's about the look it creates that's such a beauty. So here it is. It's going to be our one and only 40-point Tsavorite, 49 points in the diamonds, and again, white gold is how it stays, which should tell you a lot about the discount that's headed your way. It is not going to be $29.99. This one has a look like this. I'm actually going to put it on as a pinky ring, because right now that's where it's sized. At least for me, we do offer sizing. Isn't that a great thing? So if you're going, well, I don't wear her same size. Well, very few of us would. I wouldn't expect you to wear the exact same ring size here or here or here that I do. So we size it for you. We take care of all that, and there's no charge for it either. So that's really wonderful. So that's what it looks like as a pinky ring. You can do what you wish. We will size it to wherever you need it to be to make it the right fit for where you want to wear it. But I'll tell you, when you get Tsavorite and diamonds like that, don't expect to see a price tag under $3, but we did. I'm going to take it even lower so we can move as much jewelry as possible throughout our just short, brief 3-hour little respite of shopping here that we do 5 times a week. So let's get it home right now. It's not going to be $19.99. We'll blow it out for $9.99 instead. And that's one of our rare garnets that you will ever see on this show. And we do have something, a very, very special designer style coming up in earrings. We're going to have several earring events today, but I do have one pair of larger button style Tanzanites that are brand new. I do have a whole wheel of studs that'll be on discount, and we're going to bring you a style that I get a lot of questions about. and it's the Hamsa. Okay, so that's it's kind of a, I would say, a pretty similar type of theme as far as what it means to the evil eye, but it's just a different look, so we'll bring that to you as well. Okay, so we'll have those studs coming up next for you. If you like the Tsavorite, again, no need to worry about the sizing. We'll take care of that up or down for you as you need, but also you get that great 49 points in diamonds and a lot of gold. Remember how wide this band is. This is not a small piece. When you're setting, I always like to mention that when you are burnishing, it's going to be a lost art, and it's something that's never been done a lot in designer worlds, really outside of TVON, but truly it is also about giving you more gold in the depth. We look at what we see what we look at. So it makes sense to look only at the width, but you've got to remember when you see any kind of burnishing whatsoever, especially in a ring, there has to be that much more depth in gold. You can't work with something that's a real thin sheet of gold and then add prongs above it to set your stones. You have to really have depth of gold to set those stones down into it. So hopefully that makes sense, because remember, diamonds are not flat. They are not. They actually have that depth of the culet and the pavilion that goes into the gold in this case, which is why you know you're working with more than just the width of the gold, but also the depth of the gold. I hope that makes sense. So take a look at this. That's a nice heavier gold piece. It is a wild one here, and it's going to be $8.99 at checkout for one caller. So that's going to be that, and we'll see who's got it, and then welcome in. Let me know if there's anything you're looking for tonight. If there's a category, something you may have missed over the weekend, anything you could be thinking about or just hoping we have in stock, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone. There's a phone number. It's my phone number down there, 626-626-8700, and you can call us there and we will make a jewelry dream come true for you. Now take a look at that. That is probably, and I wish I could just hold them like that for you, but the truth is I've got two pairs. So remember, they're all mirror finished, and I don't know if, look at this, there's one pair in white, one pair in yellow. It's a stud, so you can really stack it and wear it how you want. Usually we see the Hamsa point up. You can point them down as well. It's whatever you want. Usually it's up. So you get the choice of, because it's a center post, but this is the Hamsa hand. We have one pair of each gold color. That's it. It's a protection talisman, so it's really known to give protection. It's much like the evil eye. As a matter of fact, that is intended to be the evil eye inside the center of the Hamsa. So it really is your ward off negativity type piece here. It's 1128555, and looking forward to sharing a great discount on this one with you, because, well, there are our last two pairs. Designer style, again, beautiful look. This is a bezel. So we just had our little discussion about burnishing versus bezel setting. This is bezel. So you see that distinct border around your stone, which is really in essence floating amidst the center of that Hamsa. So very impressive. It's kind of like that dual protection. I love that it also is a stud, because it means usually if you are somebody who likes to wear these types of talismans, you like to wear them every day. So I think being a stud earring that's still sizable but not oversized, it really makes it and lends itself to everyday wearable, even as a second or third piercing. I would say even maybe higher. So there's a beauty to that. Of course, the mirror finishing in the gold, lots of that. So it's going to bring in and reflect off the light like a mirror does. You also have this great look with that big diamond, which is 5 points in diamonds. They're 18 karat gold, no less. So there's an upgrade there for you that you don't always see, and now we get to get excited about the value. Just bring them on down. I know they really don't look their best when they've got all that glare and reflection picking up off the surface, but they are completely mirror finished. You're going to see them here. From a distance, yeah, they're actually going to look a lot better from a distance. You're going to see exactly what they do there. That's what I always love. That's why I wear a lot of mirror finished gold pieces and classics myself, because I like that. I like that shine, that mirror reflective quality. They have, again, this is 18 karat solid all the way through, so that's impressive. That's a huge upgrade in today's world. You've got 3/8 of an inch top to bottom or so. And there is that center post. So it's going to be really easy if you want to wear them, you know, north-south, south-north, or diagonal. It's really up to you. And I say south-north, north-south, because obviously you get to decide how you want to wear the hand. But take a look at it. That is the pretty traditional way right there. So you can see what kind of size they're bringing and how they could be stackable or layerable. So feel free to do that as you build your earscape. And we'll blow them out. They're under $1,000. They're not $9.99. Let's take another look at them up close. That's the yellow gold. Again, one of each. That's it. They're not $1,000. Pretty difficult to do on anything 18 karat gold, especially when it is a stud, and a lot of that 18 karat gold. And those are big, juicy 2.5 point diamonds individually. So that's impressive as well. And let me go for the fourth time. Do we want to count how many times I got to turn on the light tonight? We won't count it. But here we go. Not even going to be $888, $777, $699, $5.99. Let's blow them out. I get real. Oh, this is fun. When I'm walking across the set, back and forth all night, you know these values are going to come on down, okay? Because I'm not near where the prices are. I'm over here doing production stuff. I'll tell you, I'll make them $499. Sounds good to me. We'll take $50 extra off as well. And I thought I already got my workout in today. Woo! I sure did, but we'll do a little part 2 here. Save me doing the evening one. So here we go. $499, that's it. $449 at checkout. So how about it? Fine jewelry in 18 karat gold for under $450. Only one pair of each though, so that's why you want to be speedy on the phone lines, and we'll help you own those, okay? Then we've got our aqua. We've got a beautiful, look at this dove's tail design of diamonds. That is your two-tone go with everything, and wait till you see the price tag on this one. It's 90 points in diamonds. It's also 18 karat gold, so, and platinum together. So we got the two mighty metals there represented in that one big pendant. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Stud earrings all in a collection coming up a little bit later. I do have, for everybody who's so mad at me, because I've been bringing out Tanzanite earrings of late, but there's been one pair they sell, one pair they sell, one pair they sell, and everybody's going, why doesn't she just have 10 of them? Oh, I wish. Again, I fantasize about having more than one of everything, but look at this. This is the, oh, look at that. That's the cushion cut, truly spectacular Tanzanite. I just got caught up in that material right there. This is our stud earring of the day. There is only one pair. There's a huge value coming your way on those Tanzanite studs, and even, look at this. This is the ring to match a little bit later, so why not? You could get the whole set. Now I know some of you already have a Tanzanite or 2 or 10, or I don't know, I talked to someone this weekend, I talked to someone just yesterday, and they were emailing and they said, you know, I've never reached out, and I thought I'd send you an email because, well, they had some questions about fashion and stuff and talking about wardrobe, and they said, you know what? I just wanted to also just chime in and let you know that I actually have 102 of your Tanzanites. And I went, whoa, that's pretty impressive. And that's when you know you're making them affordable and you're making them value if someone has 102 individual blue wing block tea pieces just from me. So that's pretty exciting. So again, some of you are already there, you got your collections, you're good to go, but in case you are not, or maybe you've just been a little step behind some of the pieces that you loved and you fell in love with and then they're gone to someone else, well, we've got a great set for you tonight, and that earring is always in demand. So we'll talk about those too. But let's take a look at these hands one more time. These are the Hamsa hands. So last call there, and that'll be $449 per piece. And I know we get a lot of requests for that. So again, the evil eye inside and then the Hamsa hand as well. So it's like a double meaning there. So we love that. Here's our new aqua of the show tonight. This is aqua in platinum, and this has got a lot of metal to it as well. Lots of cutout details here. 11288683 coming on up. So this one's going to be a real special look here. That's going to be our Sierra Santa Maria. It just is divine, is it not? It's got that beautiful oceanic, just pool water blue color, very much like we want to see. It's got that amazing, I mean, we always expect clarity with a blue barrel. Not all barrels give us clarity. As a matter of fact, its counterpart, emerald, doesn't ever give us clarity. That's perfect. This one just does. It's a carat 60 in the oval Sierra Santa Maria. It's 4 points in diamonds. It's not about the diamond weight. It's about the metal, the cutout details, all of that you have. The fact that it's also, look at the cutouts with the actual detail as well within it. Some of that great, it's like a texture. I wouldn't call it mill grain, but there's a little bit, it almost looks like there's layers of the design here to it. And you've got the 4 points in diamonds. We'll try it on for you. It is another teeny tiny little size at the moment, maybe a 3, but that's what it looks like on, maybe, could be a 2.5, I don't know, but it's one that we're gonna size for you, no problem. It is a beautiful look, and that one's gonna be, well, we're gonna send it on out. Look at the color of that aqua. From further away, it just gets even more saturated, doesn't it? And we have one, it's in platinum, not going to be $28.88. We're going to blow it out for you. And you see the kind of depth to that gold. It really is like a layered look here. When you look on the inside, you see that that is the undergallery that you have. So it is like layers of the metal, which again is platinum this time around. Stays in the platinum. We'll make it really simple and easy for you. And that one's going to be $9.99. Simple, affordable, and really on point when it comes to a great looking value on some serious aquamarine. That's what we do. Serious aquamarines is what we bring. So it's our favorite thing. And you've got such a really important look here with that color. And that's where we look for a saturation on aqua that goes beyond just the pale light blues. Really want to see that importance. Are you ready for those studs? Those Tanzanite studs we can bring out for you. And very excited to have, I'll take one pair. I'll take a pair. That's good. Good news. So that's really cool. And that is going to be it. Alrighty. So last call. Okay. So that's going to be $8.99. Then we'll get to those Tanzanite earrings for you, and we're going to go. You may need to camp out for a couple hours over here. If you're willing. But that is going to be a really good aqua. See that color? It's just really strong. And you know, it's still getting a carat 60, which is a good size to have as well. Okay, let's get to those Tanzanites, because the Tanzanites are really powerful. And this is that, really look at that color saturation. Oh my goodness. This is an exact match to the ring later. Not that you need to get both. I don't usually sell sets. I never demand you get both because we all have different needs. Some of you already have a blue wing block D and a ring, and you're ready to have the earring to match. And this is where the struggle is. Usually it's a drop. That's not always what everyone wants or looks for, because this is the more wearable of the design. Certainly this is the easier to find, this is the easier to wear, it's the easier to just kind of incorporate in to whatever your day looks like. And whenever you wear it, we want you to have the most accessibility here possible. And I don't just mean affordability, we mean let's get you something you're going to wear all the time. 112-9043. We're a pretty casual society for the most part, so we like to have these really gorgeous pieces that still are. It doesn't mean, casual does not mean low quality. I'm starting to really, the more and more and the longer I spend in this business, the more I advocate for the pieces that are your classic everyday wearables, the ones you never take off. Those are the ones, and it doesn't mean you have to be wearing 1,000 carats in diamonds. It just means those should be the quality pieces, the ones you're living in, the ones you never take off, the ones that the first thing you do in the morning is put it on, and it's the last thing you take off at night, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just wear it nonstop. This is really that incredible color, and yet what's important is it's giving you red flashes, which I think is even more important with an earring, because we're never as close to earrings as we are with other pieces of jewelry. So I love when we can see a lot of divine saturation with it. And the carat weight, 473. So you're getting almost 2.5 carats in each of those stones, which are that fancy cut of being a square cushion. So that's what's important too. It's like a round. That's a very wasteful cut. Everyone gives, we throw all the love to the rounds because we know how that's a traditional kind of wasteful cut, which is why it goes for a premium price tag. This is too. So you've got the square cushion, you've got diamonds, which, as you see, it's baguettes and rounds alternating. That's going to be 69 points in diamonds, and they're in the solid white gold. Let's take a look here. They are white gold only. That's how they will stay. And you know what? We'll leave the light off for these, because look at that. Look at that saturation level that you're getting, and that is a little more indicative of what you're going to expect to see when they're at home. That's important too. So you've got color beyond. Now they stay in the white. $79.99 is where they're listed. Listen, there are pieces today that are $8, $10, $20,000 that I'm not leaving there, because it is our Wednesday, and I kind of share a little secret with you guys. We have to really, really, really strike up the values. We have to turn them up on Wednesday nights. We do. It's our first night back after a couple days off. It feels like centuries, I know. So when you have this Wednesday night where we're all just kind of getting back into the swing of things, we need to really sweeten the deals. Anything to make you show up, and remember that Wednesday night is when some really big values are to be had, and I'm talking extra value. So that's what we do. But this is going to be, what a great night to have something like this in the show when it's got all that pop of color. And let's take a look at them here so you can see. There's also some great undergallery work. That's what they look like from a distance. So yeah, it's a mighty fine earring. I like to give you all the specs so you know exactly what you're getting in on. Here it is with a 1/2 inch top to bottom, and that's going to be the same because it is a square, even with that halo. So it's going to be a 1/2 inch top to bottom as it is side to side. The post is towards the top. It's not the very top, but it's towards the top because, well, that's how they're going to sit. And then let's take a look at them on very quickly so you can get an idea of the size from a distance. There they are. So they are definitely a do not miss. Yeah, you can't miss those on the ear, and I'm holding it right where that post is in the piercing, so you can just see what that's going to look like and how that's going to drape from an average size lobe. So how about we do better than $79.99? There is only one pair, so they are going to fly quickly. We know how this goes. There's going to be a big oversized butterfly backing with it, all the things you need, and we're going to go back to the wheel close up so we can see what we can do on a huge Wednesday night discount. Come on in. Do not be shy, because I give jewelry away, okay? That is why I'm still doing this 25 years later, is because, well, people need values on jewelry more now than ever before. I mean, I started in a different era of this business where it was, 24 hours a day, and gemstones and jewels and finished pieces and great loose collectible pieces and all that. It's a different era, and we need jewelry that is the best of the best of the best, that are collectibles, not those just, you know, we're living in a world where everything, just about everything you see in jewelry is man-made. Just about everything you see has got the worth of a penny or so. And it's nice to get those pieces that you know are going to not only hold their worth, but also be really generational wealth going forward. I mean, these are investment type pieces, and that's because, well, we know what gold's doing, but we also know that Tanzanite's on its way. We know that, I mean, already we look at it as an extinct stone here, because as far as the quality we bring, there is no more. So it's, for all intents and purposes, if you're looking for a certain level of quality, it is already extinct. But there will be a time here in the not so distant future when the mine is closed and the mine is done. And we're expecting that to be within our lifetimes. So you don't get that opportunity to just keep on buying and keep on buying. And what's left coming out of the ground at this point is so light in color. It really doesn't resemble anything like the Tanzanite we bring. So here's your chance to pick it up. Take a look at it. It's not going to be $79.99. We got one pair. We'll take them down. This is what I'm going to do. I know I've got a $49.99 best of price tag for our Wednesday. Let me give you a little extra low price, okay? We're going to do a lot of extra discounting tonight because I still got to move jewelry, keep the lights on, which I love to say because we can't. But here's what I'm going to do. Outright, was that not right on cue? Was that, and I didn't do that. That did not do, that's crazy. Right there. Yes, on cue. Well, let's just take a look at what we can do on the price tag. Sweeten the deal. Not $39, not $29.99. It's going to be even better. This is for one collar, and whatever you're bluing at home, whatever shape you have, whatever size you have, if you got a 10-carat trillion, if you got a 2-carat oval, it's going to match if you got a blue wing block D from us. It's all that same material with that great red flash. Let's make it $2,499. $24.99. Then you get $250 off that price as well, and it makes it only $22.49. So that's a beautiful value right there. And they are large, aren't they? They really look good. And so you've got the ring to match later. If you're looking for the 4-carat 20 in a ring, it's actually going to be a 424 in one stone. So it'll be a little larger scale, but it's the same cut. Very similar in the setting style as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I got some beautiful tourmalines. We've got zircon in the round. I have got something amazing for you in this emerald cut tourmaline. It's out of the Congo. Man, is this a good stone. It's one of my favorites to show you. Look at that. See, that's just undeniable to me. Do you have the earrings? No, they're not. So we told you earlier, they're a little bit higher than center. Okay, so let me show you the back here. I showed it from the hand shot, so it might have been tougher to see. But you can see they're actually, I would say, just above center, okay? Because you can see where the Q-lid is right beneath it. So it's a little bit above center, but not at the very tippy top. I would say this is the top of the earring if the post was here. And so we just put it a little bit further down because, so it's going to mostly sit squared. But that doesn't mean you can jog it a little to one side or another, because when your post is on, it's going to be nice and taut. So you can kind of just, you know, you can angle it a little bit more how you like. But I would say more or less meant to be sitting squared off like this is and like this shows here. And now that one's sitting up a little bit more proper. It's sitting up straight as opposed to leaning. This one is, I'm not sure. Oh, look, there we go. Okay, nobody breathe. We can see them all there at the same level. So they're more face up, directly up to the eye level right now. So they have that post a little bit higher of center, but again, just a really beautiful way. I don't think it's gonna, I think that's how you're going to wear these anyways. So it really makes sense to have that great width. And again, same width as they are top to bottom. So those will be, I know they're verifying, so we'll see who's got them. And then we do have that gorgeous tourmaline coming out. This is one of my favorites, and it really is probably about a pricing issue here, because when it comes to tourmalines, I think a lot of times just about, we see these gorgeous stones that are rare as can be, and then you see what this one does with the power of that emerald cut. To call it just green would be really selling it short. It's got golden colors and blue colors together. It's got brighter and softer green colors as well. To call it just even one single color, I would say really would be a little bit of just, it wouldn't be quite doing it justice here. We've got a 9-carat 23, and those earrings are still here if you like them, so we'll just keep on moving. And you know how this goes. By the time 7 o'clock hits, all the phone lines start buzzing and everybody's catching up with the show, because we start really early these days, long before most people sit down and turn on their TV and start watching home shopping. So, you know, what happens every weeknight now, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, usually by about 7 o'clock, which is about 90 minutes from now, everyone starts dialing in, picking up these first hour items. It's why it's still important to be here in the first hour, because you can take them before somebody else does. Because inevitably, I watch it every single Wednesday and then every single Thursday And then the same thing happens every single Friday, where things are waiting and then they start to go right around like 6:30, 7, I mean, no set time, right? But as the show goes on, all these pieces, you hear it too, they get snapped up from the first couple of minutes. So for everybody who's not here right now, they're gonna review at some point all that they've seen and take the aqua and take the earrings and take the gorgeous Tanzanites and everything else we've shown, the Tsavorite included. So it's just one of those where it's like you're getting first dibs on everything. So keep that in mind, and we'll show you this beautiful Tourmaline, which is our 9-carat 23. It's item number 3926, and that's a lovely way to go, isn't it? It's a huge emerald cut stone. It's out of the Congo, which is one of the newer discoveries and finds of Tourmaline, and really what it's been known for is giving us high clarity. You're seeing a lot. This one's a perfect example, and it's a huge size. A 9-carat 23 with the 76 points and diamonds. They're going to run in a triple row underneath your piece, side to side, and we've got yellow gold only. And so that one is going to be for one color. Look at that. And I don't know if I'm seeing something on the side of that stone. So you know what? I may have to just, I'm going to have I'm going to take a look at it. Actually, forget the jewelers. I'll take a look at that later. See if that is something we can show you tomorrow or not. Let me show you this. This is going to be that dove's tail design. I grew up going only one place when I was a youngster, where I had a lot of family connections, and I took only one vacation every year with my family, and that was always in a place called La Paz, which means, of course, peace in Spanish. So this was, I just always think of this dove's tail as like, we know the peace sign. And the peace sign is very cool, 70s hippie cool, right? We love the peace sign. The peace sign's, forever. But I think this is another way, perhaps, to also indicate or to really signify peace, because it's the dove's tail design, which is always, again, known for that. So you really have this beautiful kind of interlocking design, this really cool look with the huge diamond pave. It's 6008, and it's going to be our only platinum and 18-karat gold piece of the day. It's got all this diamond weight, which very impressive at 90 points, but all bigger pieces here as well. And so you see how that works. And then it's got actually this great finishing, and it's always tougher to combine different metals like this. It's not just plating gold. You get something that's a little more distinctive with this 18-karat gold and this platinum. A little more challenging and difficult to make, certainly, but all that diamond weight is there. You've got a great length here, but I still think it's very wearable, and it's got a nice size bail. So it's on the hand, so you can see it here as well, and then give you, an idea of the 1.8" size and all that good stuff. But there is only one here, and yet we're going to blow it out. So it's actually got, it's about 1 inch. Yeah, I would say, is it 1.1 inch or 1 1/4 inch? It might be 1 1/4 inch, actually. Either way, we'll give it to you a look here on the neckline, so I think probably all anybody cares about. I always think, is anyone at home taking their, big yardstick or their tape measure, getting it out of the garage and getting the cobwebs off and putting it, probably not. It's just easier to just say, show me on a human. So here it is. So there's the look, and of course the chain is going to be up to you, because obviously you can work with any chain. It could be sterling silver, white gold, platinum, yellow gold, doesn't matter. You've got all the options there with the two-tone nature of the piece itself. We'll go back to the wheel here. It's like a slide. I mean, the bail is gigantic, so you could even fit an omega in most cases behind there. And we're going to make that $9.99 as well. So give you 90 points in diamonds with all that metal. Notice it's not little baby chips of diamond. They're full cut round brilliance, and they are large. So you get a really good presence to the piece. And we're taking $100 off that price, and it's only $8.99. All right, so we're going to move on from there. And then, did you have a request there, anybody? Okay, so we've got some requests coming in. That's good to see. We also have, I did bring out a 3-carat Paraiba just for show and tell tonight. I've got a 3-carat 09. It's just a couple $1 million, and that's all, but it's a really gorgeous stone. And I get those questions a lot. Do you have 3 carats? I always see the 1 carats, the 2 carats. Look at this. That's my 3-carat pluser. That's a 309 Paraiba. So just for show there. And of course, it is a sales show, so if it could ever be discounted, tonight would be the night. So if that's something you've been dreaming of, a big 3-carat, I don't have anything much larger without getting really included. That's still giving you the clarity we see. Now, I also have that Paraiba wheel. If you're willing to go to the bright green material that we have, we've got that as well. So that's going to be coming up in a little bit. We've got a Paraiba wheel where the carat weights vary from 1 carat to 4.5. So they're going to get really big, and yet all the same price. So you may want to stick around if you like those bright greens. So that's our Paraiba. Here's our big Tanzanite. I was wearing this at the top of the show to welcome you in. This was a very special discount here tonight. 14 carats of 7 in an emerald cut. So again, a lot of important pieces that sometimes, this is the time of year when it's a semi-annual clearance for us. So from our perspective, you guys see sizzling summer savings sale. What we're doing here and what motivates us is the fact that it's, you know, that midpoint of the year and now beyond. And so we're really taking all these rare pieces. Now, yes, incorporating brand new, of course, we have to do that for, you know, those of you that are kind enough to watch every single show, but it's also nice to have the pieces that maybe have been in the vault for a little while. And usually if it's something that sticks around here, it's usually because it's just really a high quality piece. A high level quality means a higher level price typically. So this is our opportunity to discount. So this is why it's fun to bring out 3-carat Paraibas and 14-carat stunning blue wing emerald cuts like you're seeing here. It really gives us another level. So let's take a look. It's like our overdrive here of really important stones. This one's going to be 112-7324. Just looking here, talking about a really good option for the 14-carat 07 emerald cut. It also has 46 points in the diamonds as well. And that's just, I love the simplicity of it. It keeps it all, I mean, you got a big stone here. The big stone is the wow, but not adding a lot on the, especially the outer ends there, the top and the bottom. I love that it's really just about the pave on either side. It's an actual trapezoid design on the sides, still works with the geometrics of the gorgeous elongating step faceting, I believe. It's got little fuzzies on it, so let me see if I can give it a quick polish and then just try it on, because this is the deal breaker usually. It's going to be a little large for some of our folks out there. And then there's others of us who say, no, there is no such thing. Big jewelry that's too big, no, that's an oxymoron in my definition. So you've got that really big stone. Look at the reds it's giving. Look at that, saturated like velvet. It looks like it has a feel, which is weird to say, but it's so gleaming and glowing with different colors at the same time. You know how like when a velvet fabric, I love velvet. And I love that just, to me, it looks elegant and glam. Like it just, even if you had a hoodie, but it was in velvet, it looks like suddenly dressed up. It looks so rich is what it looks like, and I love the shimmering qualities about it. You know, velvet's very soft, but it's got those usually in every little light or every time you move or turn. It's got a different gleam and glow about it. That's what this looks like. It's sometimes blue, sometimes vivid purples, sometimes you're getting all that red coming through it, and yet one of our bigger per carat discounts we've ever seen, with 46 points in diamonds on the sides as well. We can't ignore that. And a lot of gold. We shouldn't ignore that either, because that white gold is worth something. But we're going to make it really affordable, down from $27,999. It gets a lot more affordable price tag here tonight, just to make sure we can say bye-bye Blue Wing, because if it doesn't go bye-bye to one of you, it goes bye-bye to the museum. It gets on a flight with a full security detail. It gets transported by hand. Seriously, you've never seen the kind of security detail that these Tanzanites get. I mean, we live in Los Angeles. We see all kinds of security details for you know, people out and about, you know, the famous people who have to, you know, go out and work and wander the streets or shoot movies or whatever, right? It's literally, it's one of those things where we really provide the same kind of high level security with these amazing stones so they can get to their proper destination as safely as possible, because they really are worth that kind of level. And I know we're up here giving you great prices, better prices than anyone else, but you've got to remember, at the end of the day, I think we get so enraptured and caught up in what we do here, and we see these low prices day in and day out. We see just the pieces move, and we think that, you know, well, they couldn't be that important, when these are really, we cannot dismiss the fact these are museum reserves. They were set aside 6.5 years ago to be on display, and a lot of the pieces that you've left here in the last couple of months, they are there now. They have been already transported. They are on display. They are at museums. So the world is getting to appreciate these stones, but just for a brief few fleeting moments. There is something very special about being able to own it, wear it, and enjoy it whenever you want. And if that is all day, every day, fantastic. That's what we're hoping this provides, this value. I'm going to make it better than even $10,000. It's not going to be $99.99 or $89.99. Remember, this is one of the premier opportunities to take your 10% off. Why not? Because you've got so much here to love. And this is going to be better than even $8,000 or $79.99. Remember, you got a huge savings here. And I just don't think it gets better than this. I really don't. And watch this on the hand again, because this is the size reference for you. I love a big ring, but I got to tell you, I don't think it's oversized. I think it's very wearable, because we did not go over and over and over in halos, like, you know, really expand it any more than the stone itself. Just added some diamonds to the sides, gave it better than even, you know what, skip it, not even $7,500 or $74.99. Love the value here. Let's take it down to $6,999. That would be $700 off. That would be because hear me out on this, because I know you never see those reduced prices here on the air. What you're seeing is the price prior to the discount. So when you're taking $69.99, take your 10% off. That makes it $62.99. When you think about where that is on a per carat level, that's a $14.07. So it's really simple math. That's $447 a carat. Not a penny charge for the diamonds, not a penny charge for the gold, and nothing charged for all the labor that went into this, and yet it is down to $62.99. That is why you want to take full advantage of this savings, this event, because you're getting $700 extra off beyond what I already did, which I think we can all agree is pretty impressive on its own. Just seeing that for under $7,000, and then the fact that you have, yeah, the extra discount you do, which takes it even lower. So that's one to enjoy, and I know if you are waiting on one of these Blue Wing Block Ds, I know we have new shoppers every single day. That's why my gals who are out there going, oh, I have a few. I'm good to go. Wonderful. We appreciate you shopping over the last few years with the Blue Wings, but we do have new shoppers every day who have yet to experience anything but the Block Cs that are out there in the world that are going for a lot of money on their own. So it's nice to be able to level up without having to charge any extra on your card. Okay, coming up, we're at the top of the hour in 15 minutes. So we have a very special value coming up on green Paraibas. And I know I'm going to do some blowouts here, and I know I've got blowouts planned, but there is nothing quite like what I'm about to show you. And I'm going to need 3 callers, or 1 caller who just wants to steal everything I put up here. Because from a collector's status situation, I was going to save this till later in the show, but you know what? What my solution is I'm going to just go extra, extra, extra low beyond what I was ever planning on doing here tonight on this incredible wheel, where we've got the wider band up front with the smaller stone. And then, yes, we go up in size on the oval, and then really extra jumbo on the pair, which is going to have those diamonds really set on the sides exclusively, and around the halo. There's a halo. Do you see it there peeking around the sides? Look at this. This is one of those designer styles that has a halo that's more profile. So you've got it sitting at the base of the stone, and you get to appreciate that when it's on the hand. We have the most incredible value here. I was going to save it. I may regret this. I got to tell you, I feel like this is important to do. We have one-of-a-kinds on each here. When they are gone, they are gone. So I can't do anything about it to make any more. We are clearing out. This is what happened. Let me tell you what happened if you weren't with me over the weekend. We had a brief moment. I believe it was either Saturday or Sunday. It was early, first hour. And I had some Paraibas that were strictly solitaires. They were set in that side profile halo. They had like 6 points in diamonds. And they were really gorgeous. But they all went out the door very quickly. And what did everybody want? There was a wheel of 4. 1 was blue-green. There were 2 that were purple-pink. And then the one that everybody wanted was the green, the bright green, the neon green, like a lime, like a bright neon lime green. That's the one everybody was fighting over. I had to turn so many people away. Well, this is what I love about doing these shows for you, is that when you stand up here and you see that people are missing out, and I'm seeing this all live, and I watch all the phone lines light up, and then everybody slams their phone down, and I hear all the disappointment that everyone missed out on that one solitary green. I just got to jumpstart and put some together for you. I took everything we had, but here's the deal. The reason they were so popular in part was because they were heavily discounted. I'm going to do the same thing here. But they're all much bigger stones, far larger. As a matter of fact, the smallest stone up here is a 123. That's in the middle, but they go up to 4 carats plus. And yet, this is what's so key here, they're all going to be the same exact price. So here's what I would recommend. Even if you're thinking the lowest they could be is 15 grand, so honey, you're not fooling me. You call in on the phone lines, because I might just shock you, because I'll tell you what, 48 minutes into the show, I got to do some jewelry here. We got to move some jewelry. I was going to save this till the 7 o'clock hour. Skip it. We're going to do it right now. And trust me, the way I'm going to discount these beyond what was scheduled and planned for our biggest sale of the year, I'm going to go further than that just to ensure that all 3, 1, 2, and 3 go out the door. Right here and now. We're not waiting, not going to wait till 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. We're going to do it right now. We're going to get them out the door before most of our audience even tunes in, so that makes you the lucky ones. You're going to choose your favorite, and let me, by all means, express to you the importance. There's a 4-carat pear shape up there in solid 18-karat gold. It's a 426. If that's the same price as the 123, and I'm pricing them all better than the 123 should be priced, trust me, there's going to be fights over that one. So please don't hesitate. Dial in early, and then you're ready to go. Tell your operator, do you like the left, the right, or the center? Or you can say cushion, oval, or pear, whichever one you want. They are going to be, we can change the gold colors on 2 of them, the 426 date. So let's walk it through what's what, okay? So if you don't know yet, this is the 426. right over here on the left, and that's probably already verifying and sold because you just say sold at 15 grand, and rest assured I'm going to take it a lot lower. That's in 18 karat white gold stays. That's the 426 with 52 points in diamonds. Then we go to the 123 here in the cushion cut square. That's in the middle. That's going to have 93 points in diamonds and a wider gold band. You can change the gold color. And then here we go with the oval. The oval's the 270. Another big stone. The 270 has a halo of 50 points in diamonds. That also can be changed in the gold color. So if you want to change it to white or rose, you can do that on the center or the right side, and then the left side's got to stay in the white gold. Who is on the phone lines already? And Jason, what one do they want? Who wants the 426? Oh, yeah, exactly. And who is it? I already know that part. Who is it on the line? Linda believes in me. She believes in the fact that, what does she think? Out of pure curiosity, Jason, it's just Linda and I. Ask her what she thinks. I don't know how long she's been watching me. I don't know how much she knows my reputation to discount, but ask her what she thinks would be the killer crazy best of price on a 426 Paraiba or a carat 23 or a 270. That's what we got up there. They're all going to be the same price. Jason, you're not going to play along? Okay, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So let's just give you a great price here and call me quickly if you would like to have one of these. But I would be very curious because no matter what, I think when you see that word Paraiba and you know they're copper-bearing tourmalines and you know they came from one source of the three, which is either Brazil, Mozambique, or Nigeria, I can tell you these are all Mozambique stones. They all have the bright green, which by the way is what collectors love. It's like a collector's paradise. Those have the richer copper content, which a lot of collectors seek out specifically. They want more copper content. Here's what I'm going to do. Forget about 15,000. Forget about even 9,999. We're going to go low. Extra, ridiculous, fabulous. Cannot miss out. If you do, you will be kicking yourself forever. I promise you that. Again, why am I doing this now? I was supposed to put these up way later in the show when we got more audience. I'm not waiting. I'm just going lower to make sure they go. They're not 9, they're not 8, they're not 7, they're not 6. And let me tell you, not a single one of those would ever be sold for $6,000 out in the open market. Not even loose, and I can vouch for that because I make it to every wholesale show I can when I can get there in a day and get back to you guys the next day. So here's what we're going to do instead of 6,000. I've been selling these since they came on the TV airwaves in 2004. I have had these in the included varieties that, I mean, heavily included, that were going for 6,000 a carat back when I debuted them in 2004. That was 21 years ago. And they were going for more money than loose than they are tonight in this fabulous jewelry. And we added gold when it's the highest it's ever been, and VS diamonds when they're the highest they've ever been. So here's where it doesn't matter, because am I asking you for the highest prices ever? Exactly the opposite. On sale, big discount, not 6, not 5, not 4, not 3. They're not even $29.99. Please select your favorite, and more importantly, jump on the phone lines here when you know which one you like, even when you don't, because honestly, you have got to get in on these deals now because they will be gone. Which one are you thinking about, Joanne? Let me know, because we've already got a lot of people on this pear shape. That one's good as gone. I'm not going to say gone yet because I haven't heard sold, but trust me, we got 4 or 5 people all talking about a 4. That one's already gone. So the 426 is gone. And don't worry, they're not paying $29. They're going to get the low price that you get on all 3. So this one's already spoken for and gone. No surprise there. Wish I had 50,000 of them. I don't. This is not one of those networks. We don't have 2. I have 1 of everything. So that's why they're up here together. And we're reducing them beyond even $2,500. You tell me which one you love. The next size is the 270. There's the 123, but that's got the most diamond weight of all. And we're going to blow them out right now for better than 25 and 24 and 23 and 22. And you need to get one because you could turn right around the day you get it and profit if you wanted to. You could literally turn around the second you get it and profit, because that's how affordable these are. They're ridiculous, and they're in gold. And they're in diamonds, and you never see a value like this anywhere. And yet even here where we're known, we put them up on display, we put them on sale all the time. We have more quantity of Paraibas than anyone else in the world. We make them available to you instead of holding on to them. We are giving you those values because we are believers in bringing you the best of the best no matter what. And here's how we do it during a sale event. So here's how you get them, and make it not even 22 or 21. This is before 10% extra off. Again, pear shape already spoken for and done, and that is for 4902. We've got 2 left. It's either the 123 with the 90 points or the 270 with 50 points in diamonds, each of which you can change the gold color, and they are $1,999, and that's going to be an extra $200 off, so it'll be $1,799 instead. So our last call right now. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thanks for remembering us on this fabulous Wednesday night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Tamara, that's probably not that hard. The only one. That's funny. Tamara, that made me laugh. That is really funny. That's pretty cool. Well, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. But here we go. $19.99. That'll be $17.99 at checkout. Only 2 left. And then we'll get to our blue Zircon shortly. We do have a major top of the hour in 5 minutes. And it's going to look like this. And we're going to all get ready for one of the most beautiful stones. Because I'll tell you what is really tough about Morganite. Emerald cuts, Morganite, still showing color. That's not something you see every day. We're going to show you one, okay? That's going to be coming up. So are we ready? $17.99. Let's move along. We got that big Tanzanite. I might be taking that one home tonight. We got a special little wheel here for our end of the hour, okay? So we're going to show you a couple of great pieces that are must-goes. I'm going to hold on to those. Those are melt pieces. We melt anything, by the way, that sticks around at the end of the day. So when this show signs off at 8 p.m. Pacific time and 11 p.m. Eastern, anything that's still available is going to be melted down. It's just how we're also creating brand new for you every single day in a time when no one else does. Nobody else does summertime brand new. Everyone's showing you the tired, the old, the been there, the done that. We are still creating new every single day for you, which we're really proud of. I do have blue Zircon princess cuts here that look like they look like blue turquoise diamonds. They're really incredible. These are the onyx and diamond cross earrings that are all carved. Those are custom carved onyx, very unique. 1 pair there, 1 pair here, and guess what? Another pair here, which is going to be our rubies and diamond earrings. These are very like quatrefoil designer couture level earrings. Everything up here is going to be the same price. We got a little earring blowout for you for our last little bit of this hour of our Wednesday before we only have 2 short hours left to blow out a lot of jewelry. And we're going to have some fun here with this one because earrings are great. And you're not just, I think so many of us now, I mean, I can speak, but I know that over the years turned a lot of people on to a lot of different earrings and studs, and the idea of not just wearing one earring, but going out and getting your ears pierced again and again so you can create. Obviously, there's a lot of us who always say, I mean, if I had a penny for every time I heard a customer say, I just need more fingers to wear my rings, or I just wish I had more room on my body to wear all my designer jewelry. Well, earrings are some place you can get a little creative and have some fun with the way you stack and layer and wear more than one at a time. So this gives you a little idea to really gift or also to personalize your own earscape. Yes, that's a term we use. When you've got more than one, you kind of build up a personality stack, have different designs all at once, building up the ear. This gives you the opportunity to do that in just one great wheel deal. So everything up here is the same price. They're obviously a mix and match of different looks here entirely. I would say the blue Zircons are the best for stacking up the ear. The crosses and the rubies both are going to be more of a primary piercing earring. The blue Zircons you can really stack and have some fun with because they're not oversized. So we'll take a look. All 3 are going to be the same price, and they are all going to be, again, if you need carat weights, we got a carat of 7 in the princess cut blue Zircons out of Cambodia. We also have the rubies here on the left side. That's going to be actually 42 points in ruby, 2 points in diamonds, and then your cross earrings are 18 karat gold. They'll be onyx, and I don't have a carat weight on the onyx or the diamonds, so we're kind of flying blind here. But there's a really good, I would always estimate around 20 points or so in your diamonds, and they're one of each. So again, we've got yellow gold only here, white gold only here, and white gold only here. So they also stay as they are. So they'll be shipped out to you likely tomorrow. Put them in a beautiful box. They're ready to give or ready to gift. I mean, if you want to give them to yourself and say, I needed a little treat on this midpoint of the week, or you're getting them for a gift and you want to save them for a special occasion, great. But this is going to be all for, and when you've got solid gold, which is the foundation, it may not be the main event. It may not be the headline, but it is still, that's what you've got to realize, is that it's still the foundation. It is the foundation of each one of these earring sets is the gold itself. And that's very impressive when you're getting, again, I know nobody wants to talk about gold except for everybody's talking about gold, but we still thinking about how it translates to fine jewelry is really somewhat of a bit of, we're in kind of uncharted territory. We've never seen gold be this high, so I know we still like to ignore the gold that these pieces are set in. We like to think just about the stones and the diamonds when the gold is important as well. Take a look here. We're gonna get you great value on all 3. Maybe take all 3 if you want. They're supposed to be $999 a pair. Remember, they are gonna stay in the gold color they're in, so you just need to name your earring. Rubies and diamonds, blue Zircon in princess cuts, which is so crazy rare, or the really fabulous onyx and diamonds, which really stand out. I must say, having that onyx shadow boxing, it's like shadow boxing. When you talk about the way that we create, usually that's less of a sport, more of the way we actually frame artwork is with that kind of shadow boxed effect. That's what it reminds me of with the crosses. Let's do better. We'll make them $499 a pair. They will be $50 off that price as well. So you get them for $449 a pair, and they all stay as is. So it should be pretty simple. You let us know you want the rubies, the blue zircons, or the fabulous onyx, and they will be $449 at checkout. So congrats if you get them. We're going to give them 60 seconds. That's all we have left in this hour. And then, boy, have we blown through a lot of jewelry here in this first hour. So we've covered a lot of territory, that's for sure. 3 Paraibas, 2 Tanzanites, Tsavorite, Ammolite, multicolored sapphires, diamond pendants, Hamsa studs, you name it, aqua ring, and not to mention the 3 Paraibas that we had, which are absolutely stunning. So you let me know if there's anything from the first hour, because they all eventually go, and let me know if you'd like to get first dibs. And then before we go here, let me know if you want to see any on the air. I know they've all been presented before, so you know what they look like. Probably you may own some of these before and come back for another, but I will tell you that cross earring is a one only. That is it, in a style, like meaning we've never done the style before. Cross earrings, yes, but usually with just a very thin amount of gold and not a lot of opaque stones that we use around here. We don't see malachites or lapis or onyx very often, and I know we get a lot of requests because you always want the things we can't have. So I get a lot of requests. I know I take emails, hundreds of emails a day from our TVON shoppers, viewers, customers. Some are just, viewers, not really shoppers, and that's great. And yet, we're always here at your disposal. I make myself available to you 24/7, just to, if you have any questions, requests, anything at all. But I will tell you, that is something that we never see on the right side there. Just those diamonds flanked with that polished onyx really looks good. So $449, let me know if you want any of those before we get to our top of the hour. We're going to talk, gosh, we had a lot of jewelry, didn't we? So yes. All right, the crosses are gone. That's 1128678, and congratulations. Yes. Ruby earrings. Okay, that's item number 112, 6596, and that'd be 42 points in the ruby, and the diamond weight is 2 points. All right, and the blue zircons remain in the princess cuts. Love them. 112-8584. If you'd like to get those princess cuts, that takes us to our top of the hour. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're with us. Hey, we're Lauren. I'm Lauren. We're all just shopping. We're shopping up a storm, and this is when we start to get really busy. So again, a lot of people joining in. We are so glad to have you on this Wednesday night. Let me know. There's my phone number there, so you can let us know what you're looking for, what you need to see, what you have requested. Earrings going out the door very quickly. The blue zircons are still here if you'd like to get those rare gems. We've got a great top of the hour coming up. I adore this ring, and that don't matter. But what I'm excited about is I'm always excited to see a level of quality we've not seen before, and that's tough to do in Morganite in a luxury emerald cut. We've also got Tanzanite coming up in the ring, so we'll see the ring. Those stud earrings we had earlier still here, the big studs, the big Tanzanites with the 4.5 carats. We've got those here for you, still hanging out at $22.49 for the pair. I'm also, speaking of earrings, we're going to see golden pearls, but they're drops. They're really long drops. When I say really long, 2.5 inches. So they're a threader style, so you get that whole dimension of front back. It looks like you stacked a bunch of earrings without having to go out and get more piercings, because nobody wants to do that if you don't have to. So here we go. So we've got a great way to start the hour. I wanted to show it to you from a distance because that's a big ring. Like I'm a tall person. Like that's a big ring, because on my hand I can try on most of the jewelry, and from that angle it's just going to disappear. But look at the size of this ring. It is a gorgeous. What do you think it is? It's so much color, and this is the stone that usually disappears because it's usually so light in color that suddenly you're going, pink beryl, but where is the pink exactly? Because I'm not seeing it. It's like pink diamonds, where you really, really have to get a good stone to really see the pinky peach tones glow through. Well, I'll tell you, have you ever seen a Morganite be purple or electric blue? Because when you get a saturated stone, now emerald cuts are the one that really, they can take even the best stone and they can really lighten it, because suddenly it's step faceting. So you have, instead of a lot of fire bouncing back and forth in the stone from facets, you have kind of a clean slate. So it's really tough for an emerald cut to deliver saturation to the eye, yours and mine. So what we're going to do here is show you a stone that is really defying the logic and the odds of what Morganite typically does. You ready? I'm going to move those earrings aside. We're going to bring this out, because this is the best darn Morganite emerald cut I have seen us do on this show, and it is perfection. Look at that pink. It's like, you know what it looks like? Have you heard of Pod Parasha? It looks like a pod parasha. Listen, I ain't gonna be mad if you tell somebody it's a pod parasha. Go ahead. Go ahead, ain't gonna hurt nobody. Just go ahead and do it. Pod parasha. Because it's the perfect blend of pink and orange. And as a long ago colleague of mine used to say, every single time he had up a pod parasha, he'd say, it's the perfect blend of pink and orange occupying the same space in the stone. I mean, it was like literally verbatim. It was always that. And you know what? Well said. The perfect blend of pink and orange occupying the same space in the stone. That's what it was. And it is. But usually that's pod parasha, not Morganite. This is Morganite. So I love that. I love that it's pink and orange together and saturated. And suddenly, so saturated, you're seeing lavenders. And I'm telling you, there it is. And look at the individual tones of golden coming through on the step faceting. It's item number 8560. It is in rose gold. And you know what? That is such a perfect blend. Even if you don't wear rose gold, you should wear this stone in rose gold, because look at how perfect it is. It kind of looks like flames going through that stone. Look at that. And there's a purple that comes through, a blue, an aqua, a golden, an orange, a pink, a peach. It's all there. And that's because you have the most superstar saturated rough. And then you emerald cut it and it still just lights the way. It is fantastic. It is item number 112850, and it is a 1.5 carat emerald cut private collection. This came out of, it was fascinating. If you didn't know better, you really would think that it was housing the crown jewels when you look at the way this was housed in our own private collection. It came out of a metal box completely lined in purple velvet and just this stone at one point, because remember, this jewelry isn't like all just jewelry. It doesn't just get delivered from a store, can get set down and it's just boop, perfect finished jewelry. It starts with the stone. It starts with the stone. We manufacture everything here. Well, I would say 90% of what we do, manufacture it here in-house, where it starts with the stone. The stones are hand selected to be the top quality stones. That's what we choose to then really adorn with diamonds and gold and all the labor and the work and the hand setting that goes into it. Hours and hours of literally some of the most skilled jewelers in the world that put these together by hand, and that goes for most everything you see here in the show. And this is our 1.5 carat. The diamond weight is also big. It's 76 points in diamond weight as well. So you're getting a grand diamond weight over 3/4 carat. And let me show it to you on. You saw it from across the room on. Now it's time to see it up close and watch the colors this gives. It's a little self-admiration there. Just trying it on. Look at that. More saturated. Most Morganites are just going to disappear. It would look like a void. It would look like a colorless abyss in the middle of the stone, in the middle of the ring. Not happening here. Still, I mean, you could go further and further and further away. You could be a mile away. You're still going to see that shine, that glow. This isn't the fact of special filters. And yet, here it is. Wow. Brand new right now. Loaded with these gorgeous diamonds that are bigger individual diamonds set in the rose gold. We're going to size it for you, ship it to your doorstep for free, no tax outside of California. And here's what I want to do. Look at the purples. Oh, look at that. For a moment there, when it catches the light, you're seeing it. The purples, the blues, the pinks, the oranges, the peaches, all those colors of the lotus blossom, which is usually only found in the most expensive. It's so true. I have a pod parasha here today. I'm not going to show it to you. It's labeled as a pod parasha. It's a pink sapphire. It's got a big old window. It's a 60-point stone, and it was $7,000. And I went, nope. Doesn't meet the low quality standard. Some pieces meet the TVON standard, but they don't meet the low standard. So, which is really, really a high standard, so if you will. But here's what we've got for you. This one meets and exceeds my own personal standards for what I show you here in the 3 hours. We've got a list price of $5,499. That's what happens when one stone is chosen out of the private collection and shown here and presented on the air in all these beautiful diamonds and gold. We're going to go ahead and put it up in the auction block. I want to see who's out there. I do. It's a Wednesday night. You know, I know we haven't seen each other since Sunday. I know. It's been a minute. So what I'm going to do is put this at some ridiculous, crazy, nonsensical low, and we're just going to find out who wants to pick up the phone and dial in and steal the jewelry. What about if we start at just $4,000? Save you $1,500, take 10% off, give you all those freebies and those extras with an auction. Remember, there's nothing really to choose except your ring size. It's all we need to know is what size do you wear? Where do you want to wear it first? Index finger, middle finger, ring finger, you decide. We'll size it for you. Perfectly arriving, ready to wear. Not going to be $4,000. I know, this is not a good tester who's out there. I need to go so darn low that we get people who had no plan on shopping, no idea what maybe Morganite needed to be in their collection. We're going to make it happen, and you're going to be picking up the phone because the values are just that good. Where you know that as you shop, as we get into August and September, and then, oh boy, October, when it starts to get cold outside and everybody gets dark at 4 o'clock and people start turning on the TV more often, whoo, is it going to get busy in here. So here's what we want to do. Get you the values now while they're here, while they're waiting for you, and it's not going to be $4,000 or $35,000 or $3,000 or $25,000. How about $2,000 now? We'll save you $3,500 bucks. $2,000 to get it started, and $10 increments. Look at that. And yes, you're still going to get 10% off as well, because that's what we're doing. When it says 10% off everything, we mean it. It means 10% off everything, including auctions, where I've already saved you $3,500 bucks. There'll be another $200, but no open. You know what? Skip it, Tony. I'm just going to do this. We're going to go even crazier here, and I need you ready to go. On the phone lines, here we go, everybody, kicking the values into high gear. We're going into overdrive. It is the time to pick up the Morganite, and this is a beautiful, larger mounting. You know what it is? It's a classic halo, but with some extras, because it's got a little bit of almost like a crisscross. It looks like florals crisscrossing on the outside, really at the north, east, south, and west, which are those compass points of jewelry that we talk about. So it really just makes it a little more unique than your basic, where we take a rectangle and give it a halo. It's so much extra than that. How about $1,500 to start? Whew, we're saving a lot of money here. A lot of money to be saved. $4,000 saved, extra 10% off, $1,500 when automatically, I can tell you right now, the gold should be more. And that's the kind of world we live in today. Gold would be more by itself without the diamond weight, without the huge stone, without the top quality Morganite in the world. And look at those colors shining through. We do not, well, we either have no audience. Remember, this was a test of the Wednesday broadcasting system here, because we don't know. And I know, because I was 70 minutes in here, I kind of feel like maybe we need to really go crazy if we're going to get these phone lines a-ringing. A ring, a ding ding, and I got the ring for you. You just give me a quick ring, and guess what? We trade. Only my ring is probably, worth a little bit more than the phone call itself. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take it to, this is so, just at this point, it's a little quick test. What if we go even lower than 15? I got to get this one home. It's not a ring that should stay because of what? It's not lacking quality. It's the best Morganite. Now, if this is looking different than the Morganites you know and see elsewhere, keep in mind this is why it's private collection. There's a reason it was set aside decades ago. I know we weren't here, but the collection of family members that's been collecting rare gems has been going on for 6 generations. So we're talking about a long time, like 700 years of gem collecting. Who else? Does your jeweler boast that? Can your jeweler claim that? I mean, there are very few jewelers or gemstone folks that have been in the business that long, who have a heritage so strong that it's like every future generation is kind of like locked into the same family business. They could try to get out, but they're not going to, because that's what this tradition is built upon. And when you collect some of the world's rarest stones out there, and you put them aside and you keep them in a family collection, and then you come on TV and share them with the extended family that you are, that makes a difference. And it's how you're shopping unlike anywhere else. Yes, even if you were to spend $50,000 tomorrow on a Morganite somewhere else, you're not getting the quality and the exclusivity that you're getting here. And you know what? We have no 15, so let's move on. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to try something. And let me just say and preface this with, I will be perfectly fine if not one solitary shopper dials in. I will be fine with that. I will probably be, I'll probably be saved. You'll save me if you don't call. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do 14 or 13 or 12. I really want to challenge what's going on tonight. I really do. I really want to give a fair shot here to our shoppers, as many or as few as there are. I really want to give it a fair shake here and really believe that this is what it's going to be all about. I'm not going to do 1,100. I just want everyone to have Morganite. I remember many, many years ago, I sold an emerald cut Morganite, and I found out after the show that I had a family member bought it. I kid you not, true story. I had no idea this family member ever had watched my show. And I literally was going through I'm here after the show, going through a lot of busy work, paperwork, all that kind of stuff with our jewelry department, and I literally recognized the name on the invoice. I went, oh, that's a coincidence. That's my cousin's name. I look, oh, wait, she's in the same state. Oh, wait, I think that's the same city. And I had a cousin buy an emerald cut Morganite. Let me tell you, that was years ago. She loves that ring, and I got to tell you, it was smaller. It had very little diamond weight. It was triple the price that this ring is, and it was not private collection. And I got to tell you, I'm feeling bad right now because I'm feeling like I should just buy it and tell her, here's your upgrade, because this is so unbelievable. And at 11, I don't have an open either. So you know what? What's it going to hurt? Tony, nobody's watching. Let's do $1,000, and I'll give it 60 seconds. We could take the stone out and toss it in a river. We could take the diamonds out and keep it in a little plastic bag and stash them in our pocket. We could have the gold band, melt it down, just smelt that gold, and you know you'd have more than $1,000 worth just in the gold. Keep those diamonds, keep that Morganite. We are, I kid you not, I'm probably shouting into the wide open here, and I'm hearing that echo. 1,000 open, 1,000 open, 1,000 open. That's, nobody's going to bid. Take a look. 60 seconds just to make it official here, Tone. I mean, we're just testing the Wednesday audience here. We're doing anybody there? We're going to find out, because if there is somebody within the sound of my voice looking at that ring for $1,000, we're going to have somebody dialing in saying, I'll take it. But remember, you don't take it at $1,000. It is an auction. So there's always that possibility there could be 2 people watching and 2 people bidding, but we find out, let's take it a step at a time. How about we get the open first? We're just looking for the open. Let's see if we got it. We've got the 30-second clock. I guess that one, wow, we are rolling. So, oh man, what am I going to show tonight? What could I sell? Do I have any vacuum cleaners to sell? What could I sell? Shrimp cocktails? What could I sell tonight? I'm looking around and saying, what in the world? Do we have anything interesting in the break room I can sell? I got some ancient heritage furniture out in the break room. We could sell that. I don't know, because it ain't going to be jewelry if this is sitting here at $1,000 to open. And I got an hour and 45 minutes of airtime to fill in. I'm not going to be able to sell jewelry tonight if that's still here. And it's still here. Well, okay, let's see what we can do here. Oh, I want to show you. I do have a diaspora. So while we're just hanging out here, thinking about what I'm seriously looking around. I'm like, not even kidding. I'm looking at the studio going, what can I sell out of this place? Look at that. That is something that I do have tonight. If you're more of a color change person, you like the color changing phenomenal gems, we do have that one. It's a diaspora. I do have the big Tanzanite. I already flashed that. We got a fire opal. Oh, if anybody wants to go with like the $1 million stone, I've got a rubellite that's copper bearing. So that's very, very important. Have that too. So, you know, it's one of those nights where we've got some collectibles here. I've got some brand new. We can take requests. We'll make it an all request day. There's nothing I would love more than to get a request, because maybe you know what you're looking for and I just don't. And I would love to go back to the vault and find it and go seek it out and see what we got for you. But, you know, Tony, we're going to do a final. Are we verifying? Oh, hold on. We're verifying somebody? Checking it out? Do we have $1,000? Nope, nothing official. Okay, well, blue Zircon is here. It's in a peacock feather ring. Yes, I'll try it on again. Here it is on the hand again. We have $1,000, it sounds like. That is correct? All right, we've got it. Officially, we've got $1,000. It's a $10 income, by the way. And I just totally, I just forgot about that 10% off thing. That's $100 saved. So if the open is $1,000, we would have a $900 actual payment you would make, and not like 8 payments of $900. One time, one piece, one $900 payment gets you that, because $900 is after your discount. So, interesting. So we've got $1,000, and I guess I got to give it a last call. Look at that. Have you ever seen a Morganite that looks like that? I've had Morganites on the show. Plenty emerald cuts. They're usually a lot lighter, softer color. That's typical of this stone. This literally looks, and if it was Padparasha, I hesitate, it would be 5 figures at least. It would probably be $12,000. If that were a sapphire with the pink and the orange together, it would be tens. I'm not even kidding you. Again, I have a 60 pointer here that's just pure pink, and it's a lot of money. I would rather see you get Morganite, which is very rare as well, that actually has the pinks and the aqua, or the pinks and the peaches together. It's really a pink-orange blend, but it's not split. That's where a lot of people go, I don't get it, because shouldn't it be pink and orange? No, it's blended together to make a unique and unusual color, and that's really what's happening here. It's not just falling in that one peachy category or the pink category alone. It's really, that's why it's so specialty in private collection, is because it is giving you the blend. It is like the 50-50, like you took an even split and then you mixed it together, and then that's why you've got that saturation. When it hits with the faceting, the light hits the faceting, the light hits the color, you see these other unique colors coming through because of the saturation level you have. So you're seeing these lilacs, these lavenders, these blues. It's really amazing. Now we do have $1,000, so I will have to give it the obligatory 2 minutes just to make sure we get everybody a last call chance. But when the clock hits 0, it will be sold and gone. So keep that in mind. And your bid, your next minimum bid would be $1,010. $1,010, you would still go backwards 10%. So to go up $10, but then go backwards 10% is a really big difference there. So you've got a lot of money to be saved, and that's why you want to be dialing in. 2 minutes to go. Take a look at it one more time. And our last call, last chance on this one. Well, I'm in for it tonight. That's all I can say. I mean, we're losing money on this ring. Is there any doubt? Do you think we're making jewelry like that for $1,000 in today's $3,500 an ounce gold price? Do you think that we're taking a 1.5 carat private collection? I'll tell you why. You can't put a price on the stone because it's priced less when it's out of that private collection. There is no going rate. There's a going rate on Morganite, but it doesn't look anything like this. You're getting that upper echelon quality, that super top tier material. You're getting 76. If that says 7 points in diamonds, okay, maybe I can wrap my brain around that. It's not 7, it's 76 points. That is over 3/4 of a carat in diamonds that are VS diamonds that are 25,000 a carat. So I don't know how you're calculating value at home, but I know this. Those of you that are hanging out with us on Wednesday night, July 30th. Oh my gosh, the month is almost over. So here we are, our last Wednesday of July. I know this, you're getting values tonight, and if this is only what's happening 80 minutes in the show, what's gonna happen in the next hour? You've gotta stay with us. This is gonna be Steal a Ring, is what we should call this segment of the show. Steal a Ring, that's what it should be called, Steal a Ring. It should be the Steal a Ring sale. 10% off that price, and we're still looking for more. Take a look, 35 seconds to go, and then we wrap this thing up. There was a day when I did this kind of thing, you know, where I've been doing it every day of my life for 25 years. There was a day many, many years ago where that ring would easily go for $54.99 and have fights over it. We're in a different era here, and that is what helps you out so much. That's what gives you the opportunity. That's what really, again, when you got fewer viewers, this is what I'm obligated to do. I still got to move jewelry. See, I show up here to move jewelry. That's my job. It's not about what the price is. I got to maneuver that and change that on the fly as I'm doing. So it actually becomes about just moving it, which is why you're seeing such a ridiculous low. This is something I have to do to make sure it disappears. We can't just be leaving jewelry here. So here we are at $1,000. Anybody else want to go maybe $1,010 or more, or we'll take power bids like $1,200 or $1,500, or you know what, $5,000 would be saving you money. $5,000 would have a significant savings. Honestly, you are getting the value of a lifetime here, and we are verifying here. Are we all done? 10-10? Anybody want to go $1,010 or more? Yes, no? Got it? Sold. Congratulations. That's gone. Not what I expected to happen there at all. But better luck next time, as they say. Congrats. Very well done. This is a Tanzanite square cushion coming up. This is the one that matches the earrings that we still have, that we showed you earlier. I do want to show you, so that's just a little preview, some that's coming up. We do have that. I'll do that diaspora. I know a lot of you are asking about the diaspora that I flashed. That's the diaspora round. That bright, amazing, very diamond-like. It looks almost, it's like you're looking at a green diamond, but it's shifting in color. That's going to have greens and goldens and champagne tones to it. That's coming up as well. We'll do that at the bottom of the hour. Tanzanite coming up at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. So a few little previews. If you're liking any of these, you got to stay with us for another 30, 40 minutes. You'll see them all. This is the round, though. I cannot get enough of the stone. I think it's one of the prettiest we have. It's a blue zircon in the round, and yeah, it's a designer piece. It's not going to be like the solitaire in a band that looks very basic. It's going to have this gorgeous designer high-end couture look. As far as this blue zircon is concerned, it's in what we call the peacock feather ring. It wraps literally around your finger, sideways, side to side. It's a 435 round blue zircon. I remember it's 7073. That's our round blue zircon. It's going to give you a 4 carat 35 round. Then it has the pink diamonds, which are 23 points, and 119 in white diamond weight. So there is a lot going on in diamond weight here to love. And that, keep in mind, is a 142 diamond weight overall. And when a big portion of those are pinks, that's an important mounting. Not to mention a lot of gold, because here's what it looks like on the hand. It is definitely a larger ring, but sits really low profile on the hand. You can either wear it like this or like this. I like to show off the feathery part of it by putting the stone over to one side. But if you're saying, oh, no, 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 stones belong in the middle, well, then you can do that. We got you covered. We put diamonds on that side too. Yes. Oh, really? Hey, Donna. I shouted her out earlier. It was so nice to see her with us. She's a longtime viewer. She checked in with me this morning. Do you know she makes really cool clothing? Jason, you need to talk to Donna. I could totally see you. No, I'm serious. Not women's, like it's unisex clothing. T-shirts, tie-dye, but not like tie-dye you've seen before. Like really, really, really non-traditional, very cool stuff. So yeah. I could see you in one of her shirts. I'll have to get you one. All right, so I don't even know if she puts them up for sale. I don't know. Donna, let me know. Do you sell? Do you have like an Etsy shop or something that we can like share with the world? Or do you just make them for your husband and your family and your friends? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But here we go with the 435, 23 points. She was sharing her beautiful talents with me this morning. So here we are with our 435, $69.99 ring. Oh, we're going to change that dramatically. First caller, it is a one only. No doubt, stays as it is in the rose and the white gold together. All right? Huh? I think we're good now, hopefully. Thank you. All right. So here we go. First caller on this one, $29.99. $29.99. And then $300 extra off that. Okay, still got a few pieces from earlier as well. We are at the halfway point of the broadcast. Let us know if there's any requests. I keep begging for them. You guys don't care. But it's okay. If you get one at any point, maybe at some point, one jumps into your head, let me know what it is so we can bring it on out for you, because this sale winding down. Don't forget, August is almost here. And August is still summer. But, you know, people start, I mean, when you start seeing back to school commercials, that's when you know the summer is winding down. So here we go. Last call on the big sale. Take advantage of it. We will have that diaspora coming up 5 minutes away. This is another beautiful round, sparkling like no other. You guys want to see a cool opal? I've seen a lot of good opals in my day. This is the most valuable opal I think I've ever had on my body. And I want to show it to you here on from a distance here. This is a very special stone. Look at those colors and the size of that opal. Look at that. So that's one of our boldest and best in the Lightning Ridge category. That is a $993 opal. That is, remember I was mentioning there was a $40,000 ring earlier? That's it. There she is, the $40,000 opal and diamond ring. And then onward we move. That's the blue zircon, $29.99 is your price tag, and that'll be $300 off, so it'll make it $26.99, okay? And we do want to recap those Tanzanite earrings. Just had somebody asking, wait, Tanzanite earring studs? Did I hear that correctly? Yes, I got excited about these, brought them to you on the early side. Here is, I know we thought they were gone. It sounds like they're still available. It's that 473 in carat weight in that square cushion. It will be the match to the ring we have coming up in about a half hour. And that is a beautiful look. Baguettes and rounds all surrounding it in its halo. Not a bad look. So if you'd like, that's the other one too. So they are perfectly matched. We got those under $2,500 for you. It's a screaming deal. The other Tanzanite earring I'll have are 21 carats. So they're a little bit on the pricey side, I would say. And then here we are looking at a beautiful stone, blue zircon, pink diamonds, white diamonds. All of that extreme diamond carat weight is so, so impressive. I will take an oval rupelite as well that's got copper. I just brought, I wanted to bring you two different varieties in different copper bearings. I'll have this one and the larger because I know the 7 carat's gonna get a little pricey. So we'll bring out a 2 or a carat and a half as well throughout the show. If you have any questions, again, on anything you've seen, let me know. If you're into yellow diamonds, we've got this big yellow diamond. It's a 70 pointer, but look at the way it's set. It's got a lot of diamonds around it. If you like an unusual way to set a larger center stone, I would say that is a good option. That's going to have a carat 47 in diamonds around it, and then your 70 pointer. So 217 overall on that ring, and that's lovely. Here's that large rubellite that is copper bearing. So we will have that for you. It's a 7 carat, so it's going to be, it's a 710. It's going to be on the heftier side as far as like the wallet is concerned, but it's a beauty. And then before we get to our diaspora, let me just show you something. We got one here, so it's not going to last very long. I was shocked. I thought maybe we'd have two, but no. The fire opal is going to be a single solitary one here. It's going to be item number 8997, and that is the fire opal in the pendant. It's a 74 pointer on the fire opal. Looks about double that, so it's going to look a carat and a half for you. And then it does have a solid gold basket, bail, and a diamond set above it. And that's going to be a quick one here. We'll blow it out. 8997 is the number. So it's been here before. We're just going to take the price from $12.99 where it started, make it a lot better for you in the price tag, save you the 10%. Get it out the door. That's what we're doing, is moving as much inventory as we can. It is our mid-year point of the clearance event, so we've got the biggest sale we do, biggest discounts we offer, and yes, your extra 10% off. And I'm talking about the biggest discounts on just what I'm doing here. So you get an even better discount once you get your discount at 10%. So take them all, stack them up, stack the savings. We're going to make this one from $12.99. Last time we saw it, it just debuted a few weeks ago, but it was prior to the sale. So now we get to put it on sale, get you that better discount, and make it one, you know what, not even $10.99. Not $9.99, got to make sure it goes. This is how we do it. Look at this from a distance, really classic styling here. Not too big, not too small. Still going to be a much larger gem presence than what you expect with 74 points, because if that were any other stone, well, it would look a lot smaller. This stone is opal, so it's water-based, so it's less dense, so it gives you a bigger look, bigger wow, and of course, it's red like a ruby. That's not something you see every day, and that's 5/8 of an inch top to bottom. We'll show it on the neckline, and most importantly, blow it out for only $499, and all you got to do is slip it on your favorite chain. That's it. Put it on your favorite chain, and you're good to go, and suddenly you have what looks like a ruby, but without a ruby price tag, because a 74-point ruby would be far more than $499, but this is that premium level of fire opal. It's not like the yellow, first of all, the yellow dingy material I won't touch with a 10-foot pole. The difference in qualities of fire opal, you can take it or leave it, and most fire opal is so dingy yellow, you couldn't pay me to wear it. Like, I would seriously, I just detest it. And then there's the orangey material, which is better, it's better. But then there's this cherry red, distinctive quality that is so amazing. Mary, we've got your request in ginger. We've got your request as well. So we've got a couple one-of-a-kinds to show you too. I've got the bangle to start. Then we're going to show you a cross pendant. Then we will get to our diaspora. Were these exact requests, Andy, or something that they were just looking for a general category? Andy, were these exact requests or something just in the category? Okay, so we have no idea if this is what they're looking for. All right, so this, I just want to open this up to everybody, because even though these are requests, they're not exact requests. So we're just showing a diamond bangle and we're showing a diamond cross. So two good requests here, and this one's going to be first. Here's the bangle, which is one of my favorites because, I don't know, there's this place called Van Cleef & Arpels. And there are ladies that go in there, and gentlemen, that go in there, because it's actually a unisex brand. It's one of those that men wear as much. I see as many men wearing these Clover styles as women these days. And people walk in that store, and they walk in, and they buy these little bracelets and these little necklaces that have this shape with enamel, and it's $30,000 and $40,000 and $50,000. So little extreme. I think for when you talk about, yes, you'd be paying for the name brand, because enamel shouldn't be that much. Gold is very pricey, but still not that pricey. And then enameling. So this is that little motif, but we're seeing that quatrefoil done the way that $30,000 and $40,000 pieces deserve to be. The difference is ours is not $30,000 or $40,000. Take a look. This is our bangle with that design, which to me is a great layerable, stackable bracelet. It's 112-7690. It's a one-of-a-kind in yellow gold. Unfortunately, this is the last one. I started with many of these designs, and there were a number of them, and we were stacking and layering all together. 40 points in diamonds here. They go halfway around the bracelet. So you're gonna have this closure in the back center. That's your little button that opens and closes it there. And then you've got all those beads leading into your, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 different stations. So they actually go a little bit more than halfway around. 40 points because there's 4 per station. And then you've got this look here, which seems very interesting to me. So here we go, 40 points. There you go. Look at that. All the finishing. I love these little baskets behind. You just know it's going to be smooth. Like, again, if you're worried about bracelets, sometimes bracelets can do a little pinchy. They can be a little pinchy and that's uncomfortable. We just like when they're finished like this, so it just really keeps that smooth surface in the background we love. This is a one only. It's $49.99 ordinarily. We're going to do better. It does have a flexible style when you open it up, so it has a really easy on-off quality to it because it just really does open and close and conform to your wrist size. It's for an average size wrist. It's going to be a lot better than $49 or $2,500. We're going to blow it out for $16.99. This is going ultimately low here, and that is our lowest. And then of course $16.99 with our courtesy here, $15.29 on this one, and we'll take a look at it here just from a distance away, just to see that kind of size perspective there, so you can imagine it when it's on. It's going to stay in the yellow gold. Boy, does that look good, doesn't it? If I could just see that immediately stacked with your favorite tennis bracelet, your favorite other stuff. If you have other yellow gold bangles, whether they be smooth, high polished, diamonds or no, it doesn't matter. This is going to stack beautifully, and that whole layered look right now is big. Of course, $15.29 at checkout, and we'll see who's got it because, well, it's only one, and we got 3 people talking about it. Thank you so much. And then this is the cross pendant, and that's for Mary's request, but we actually have, it looks like 1 gold, 1 white, 1 yellow. I think that's what who knows what that says. We'll just sell them till they say stop. But it's item number 1114607. And this is one we used to be able to sell a couple hundred of. Doesn't look like tonight. So here's what I got. 1 white, 1 yellow. Let me know which one you want first. 1114607 is my most classic of my cross pendants here, because I've got about 4 or 5 that we sell. I've had on the air probably once a week for 9 years I've been doing this. That's a lot of weeks. You figure 52 weeks a year, 9 years of standing up here, that's 468 weeks. I've had about the same, I would say, 3 different cross styles ever here consistently over that time. But out of all of them, this is the classic. And this is, that's just startling. 42 points in the diamonds, classic, finished beautifully. It's got that little point in the mirror finished gold there, and then you can see, look at that, great basket work. I just want to show it to you from a distance on the hand here as well. Take a look at that. That's a good look, isn't it? Great style, really simple, elegant, inch top to bottom, including the bail. We've got 1 white, 1 yellow. It's going to be a hot one here, but that is going to be super, super affordable. I know it's also our most affordable, so most classic, most affordable, still just keeping it with those classic VS round brilliant diamonds. And we're going to do a quick little blowout, $499 on this one. Whoa, same. And you're getting, again, we had a fire opal pendant that was priced like that. Now you're getting VS diamonds and a full inch in gold, and just, boy, you could layer it, you could stack it, you could put it on whatever link chain you want. I mean, that is really a beautiful piece. I would recommend this one for a standard chain, not a diamonds by the yard. The bail is on the smaller side, so it's really meant for a classic style chain. Okay, so probably avoid big omegas, things like that. It's just, it's meant to be a little more dainty on, so put your favorite classic chain through it and you'll be good to go. But it's $499, it's really $449 at checkout. We'll go back up close and take another look at it here and then be on our way. Thank you, Mary, for that request. And Ginger, thank you so much. Sounds like she got her requested bangle. I do love that one. That's a really good style. Very high end. Very, very high end look. Okay. So coming up, we've got the diaspora. I know we're just a little tardy because I always love those requests. So have to get those in first. But $449, white or yellow on that one, please. And then here we go next with our new diaspora. This one is just, well, it's one of the more fascinating stones I think that exists. And granted, not a lot of people know about it. Definitely an unusual one here. It's another one only for us. It's going to be 1129039, and we are approaching the last hour. So if you have any requests or questions, please get them in. And those crosses are here. We're moving on, but the crosses are here. So if you want to get either one, the white or yellow, you are more than welcome to call in and claim those as your own here. But here's 9039, the 2-carat round color-changing diaspora. It is just fascinating to see all the different colors one stone can provide. And that's what I just get such a kick out of with this stone. It's fairly new as far as not a lot of people have seen it before or know it. It's certainly not really, I wouldn't say a household name yet, especially confusing because it's been, as it's been publicized and sold over the last recent years, it's been known under a lot of different names. So some people have called it Zultanite, and some people have called it Tsavorite, and some people have called it Turquoisite. And there's been a lot of interesting names, and some people are doing different names that are implying it's actually a man-made stone that's meant to just look like a diaspore. When in actuality, we're actually bringing you the color change diaspore. Never be fooled by lookalikes or synthetic versions. This is the real deal. And that's why we go in the gemologically proper name, which all those other names imply the same stone. But here is 77 points in diamonds around it. Once again, a nice size diamond weight wrapping around your round stone, double halo, even the split shank on the sides, 2 rows in diamonds there. New and in any gold you want. So the yellow gold, fine, right there as it shows now. You can get white or rose if you prefer. And we're going to make it very simple. Very simple. This is a bright, bursting with color. Yeah, this is a phenomenal color change. I mean, the stone's phenomena is probably the one that's a little bit more obvious because it's actually in the name, whereas there's other stones like Alexandrite where we don't call it color change Alexandrite, it's just Alexandrite. And there are sapphires that change color, but there are sapphires. And so this is actually in the name, color change diaspore. It goes from this beautiful golden green to a pinky mauve. It's like a pink purple. Think of a pink purple blend, something that's a little softer, not maybe as loud as a red like an Alexandrite does, but it's softer. And I love that. I think it's remarkable how this stone in its primary color, when it's in fluorescent lighting like we're in, that's what you see. And it's got a lot of those green elements and champagnes and golden. So it really ends up looking kind of like those diamonds we see. They're called chameleons, where you get a lot of unique color all at once, and it acts as a neutral. So I think you're, you know, when, I don't know if anybody else cares, but I always think about, okay, so I'm a coordinating girl. I like to coordinate. So I want my stone. I wear different jewelry for different days depending on the colors I'm wearing. You better believe if I'm wearing green satin, I'm going to be wearing my emeralds. And if I'm wearing bright, bright red, I'm going to be wearing my rubies. And if I'm wearing blues, I'm going to wear a sapphire, or blue greens, you're going to wear your Paraiba. So this just really lends itself almost as gold does, where it goes with everything. It feels very neutral, and yet neutral but not boring, not fading into a corner here, because it's got that bright wow factor of the round. We're going to blow it out. It's $49.99, should be. Well, of course, it's a 2 carat and it's clean. It's a round and it's bright. It is stunning, vibrant, all those things. Look at that from a distance there. And we'll make it affordable. Got to move it on out of here. And we will. I heard, Donna. That's great. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. I heard that, Donna. Donna, I was asking Jason if you have a place to sell your wares. That's what I want to know. Who did you help shop over there just now? Oh, did she get across? Very nice. Thank you so much. Hey, Mary. Let's do better on this one. Not 49, 39, 29. Woo! If we go $19.99, we got you a deal on a diaspore. Instead, going even lower. You need to have one of these stones before they disappear, because when they disappear from here, there are only a few other places that are offering it, and oh, they look different. They do. They look different. They look a little hazy, little cloudy, little bit lackluster. We're bringing you the bright, the vibrant, the ultimate level here, and it's going to be better than 19, 18, 17, 16. You can tell I got to move jewelry. We got an hour and 18 minutes to do it. 78 minutes to wow you with the values, to get your requests in as well, whatever it may be. Do not sit back and just say, well, I'll wait for tomorrow. Come on in now. We got the time to get exactly what you want to see on the air. And this is going to be better than 16 or 15. Let's make it $14.99 and send it out. But there's an extra $150 right off the top. So I think hopefully that's the second you get it home. Hopefully you're asking your favorite person out to dinner and you say, okay, let's go out. And they say, what's the occasion? You say, You make something up or just tell them point blank, I want to take my new ring out. You know what? Go to the most romantic place in town. Go to the place with candlelight, and I've got the perfect reason why, because that's how you're going to best see that color change. Watch your stone when you walk in the evening at 7 o'clock and it's sunny outside and you see the colors you see here, and then suddenly an hour later you're dining and you've got the candlelight going, and that's when you really start to see the different colors change. So you look down and your golden green stone is showing off pinks and purples. That's really the beauty, and I just save you the extra money there to have dinner on me. So $14.99, $150 off. Take advantage of that, and we'll give it 60 seconds and move right along. Got a lot to show you, and this is very, very, very beautiful material. I mean, just with the round, the size that it's giving, that's really what we're looking for. Am I right? $13.49, one caller gets it. We've got a final 50 seconds. I'm going to recap those Tanzanite earrings because those have got to go, and we'll do those. Hopefully we'll get those gone before the Tanzanite ring comes out, which is the match. And then we do have a gorgeous aqua pendant. Wait to see, this is new. It's a trillion. Feels like a ribbon. Look at this. And we saw a great aqua earlier, but look at that aqua. That is saturated. And look, it's like, it's not even a trillion, it's more of a pie cut, because one of the sides is a little more curved and arced, and the other two are more like a traditional trillion. So there's a lot of great options here, but $13.49 on my diaspora is still here. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and move right along here. We're going to show those Tanzanite earrings again. So you may have missed these, and I did show them early just because I was convinced with the big savings and the big value. Well, not everybody was hanging out yet. So now we get to show them yet again and give you this beautiful value on a one-of-a-kind pair of earrings, 9043, that is a larger button style in the 473s. That means almost 2.5 carats per stone. Cushion cut square, lovely as can be. I think we're going to, well, obviously there's just one. They stay in the white gold. They'll be right out to you. They're even finished on the inside with an under gallery that you don't see every day. Very excited to show this to you. And I don't know which one you're talking about, Susan. So Susan, if you have a photograph of it, do you mean an actual Star of David necklace, or do you mean a star necklace that looks like a Star of David? I'm not sure what you mean. So let me know and I can try to find it. And then here's what we'll do. I've got these earrings here for $79.99, but quickly discarded that price just to make sure that I could proudly say, let me give you the best value on Tanzanites. After all, I am trying to bring values on Tanzanite, not only for the earrings, but also the match. There is a match coming up in the ring that is happening in 15 minutes, actually 14 and a half if you want to, like, you know, synchronize your watches. But here's where, or set an alarm on your phone, because that's what we do these days, right? Here's what we have at $79.99, but much better in price. And this gives you 2.5 carats per stone, beautifully set. It's, to me, it's that halo. We could have easily just done little baby round brilliance. We did not. We have the big baguettes. We have the bigger rounds. They're mixing and matching all the way around. So that gives you 69 points in diamonds as well. That's a large diamond weight for an earring. And we're going to blow them out for a better than $79.99 price tag. Huge value. Look at this ring. This ring goes with them perfectly. You can stick around. If you have a ring already, great. If you don't, or you just want the perfect match in that, again, look at the cutting, same cutting. You've got the double, this time it's the same kind of design, but with double the diamonds, so you get the double halo there. So that's gonna be coming up at the top of the hour, but the earrings are under $3,000. They didn't even stay at $29.99, just kept on going, kept on making them more affordable, and got them all the way down to $2,499 for that one pair and one pair only. And they are magnificent, and we get so many requests for the more button styles, because I think if you look at the two options we have in Blooming Block Ds, it's either huge drops that usually have 21 carats in stone weight, which I have tonight, or it's more of that bigger button style, and these are just a bit more versatile for everybody. So that tends to be what more of the attention and focus goes. So $22.49 at checkout on those earrings. Now, if you wanted something in the middle, we have a fancy cut and a 1342 earring that would be almost like a hexagon style, but kind of elongated. So we do have some 1342 drops. They look like this. Let me just show you what we have here so that you can see everything we got in Tanzanite earrings. And then we also have the huge cushion cuts that are actually going to be elongated cushion cuts. Don't worry, as soon as I set them all up, I'll go around the cameras here and zoom back and go ahead and show you all three so you can get an idea here of what they all look like. But that's what we have in either button styles or then your drops, and then you can go see that fancy cut there. which are indeed hexagons, but they've got more of an elongation to them. So you see that style, that's going to be a drop, and then also this cushion cut, which has the classic halo and then the diamonds up top as well. So those would be 21 carats, 13 carats, and then there's your 473. So 3 options in Tanzanite earrings tonight, all at varying price tags, of course, but no matter what, we'll keep them under 10 grand. And certainly the most affordable would be the button style you see up front there. So that's $22.49 for those fabulous earrings. I would not wait on those, just one pair. We usually have a lot of questions and requests precisely for that kind of look. Something that's classic, something that kind of keeps it tailored. We're going to bring you more earrings coming up. We actually have some golden pearls that are really unusual, and they're drops. They're drops like a threader style. So yeah, I'm glad you sent that, Susan, because that is definitely, okay, that is definitely not a Star of David. That's definitely like our North Star. I think that's what you might mean. Let me see if I can bring it out. Susan, I love shopping there, by the way. Thank you for sending that. I love shopping there. All right, so here we go. Let's move on. We've got a really cool pair of earrings to show you. So these earrings are going to be kind of wild because we've never really had anything like it, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to understand here while I sit up close, because they might roll. They're a round pearl after all. But I want to show you this because this is that golden pearl that is also going to be, now it's a longer, more dramatic earring here. So we do have the ingenious style here of what we love to do. And could you see, Andy, if we have anything like this, or did you already bring it out now? That look, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Susan, yes, it's going to be on the way for you. But let me show you here what we have in a new earring that's going to be, you see this little arc? That's what keeps it from getting wonky in your ear, because sometimes threaders can work their way out. And then suddenly you have no earring. That is a problem. So here we go with 112-9002. We've got a gorgeous golden pearl. This is like having 18 karat gold, but with a luster. What is luster? Well, luster and pearls is pearlescence. We want to see not only a gorgeous glow about them, but what I really love is, if it's one color, great, but what pearls really at their best look like is multiple colors together. That's pearlescence. When you start to see pearls give different colors than the actual pearl color, which in this case is that rich golden color, it looks like 18 karats gold that's been satin finished, but instead of being dull, it's got greens and it's got pinks and it's got purples, and let me add, much more than you're going to see subtle on camera, because they don't like bright lights. They're exactly like me. They don't love bright lights. They really like a more normal light environment where they can really show off. But you are getting 10mm golden pearls here that are natural from the South Seas. These are not made in a lab. They are not made out of plastic. They are not coated or dipped or dyed or spray painted. It doesn't work that way. These are, when we're shopping here, we like the best of the best. We like from the golden lipped oyster, which is what makes them the rarest of the organic stones in the pearl category. Here they are in that threader design, which is probably going to be a lot easier when you see them actually on. So you're going to get a great look. And yes, they're going to be a little bit more lengthy than a typical earring here because they're about 2.5 inches. But the coolest part is they're very easy to put on because they have this. Have you ever seen a threader with just a chain? It is impossible to put through your ear piercing. It is impossible. So we did a backing, much like you would have a post on a stud. That works it through your ear perfectly. Here's the front. So I mean, this is going to sit anchored because of that little arc there. So it's never going to move where it should not be. It's always going to stay with this great length. So your length up front is going to be I'd say 2 3/8 probably. 2.5 almost, and then the back also has a length of about 1.5 inches from the back, because that's what's then going to dangle from the back of the earring, and you will actually see that chain. So it's really pretty. It's like that double-ended, really cool kind of 3-dimensional look that we're seeing a lot of, which is just something unique for your collection that you probably don't already have. But it's really all about these tremendous golden pearls, and wait till you see them on, and I love that they're going to stay. You'll feel exactly when that little arc sits in the piercing, you will feel it, and then you know it's going to stay right there. So let me show you what they look like from a distance away, because that's going to be very helpful then, I think, to see them on and appreciate the length that they give. This is that way they're going to sit, so they're not going to work their way out. But do you see how the back is swinging and how you get that dimensional look? And then you simply just, it's not complicated to take them out, but you see where they're going to hit. They're still about 2 3/8. That's that longest point, but they're so dynamic. They can work casual or dressy. They're not hitting any collars or anything. They're not that long. You really got to go like usually 3 or 4 inches to do that, but it's just a really really streamlined, gorgeous effect. They really look different. And you can see how even when the front's still, the back still has movement. That's what I love. And look how easy this is. I just took it out. So it's really simple, okay? Back to the wheel we'll go. Show you here up close so you can see that quality of that pearl. And we're gonna take them on down. I don't know if $19.99 is gonna send them out. I'm really trying to make everything affordable, even when it is the highest end level. Quality pearl like this and those great end caps you have right above. And then of course, all the workmanship with this chain. This is just like the chain we use in our necklaces, as a matter of fact. And we're gonna make it even better. And Patrice, we have your request coming up. We've got Patrice, 2 great options for you. And let's make this simple. Not even $9.99, just a pair, although you can't change the gold color. You can indeed. You can make them white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, whatever you want. But I would say the golden pearl looks best. I would love to see them in the yellow. And of course, you've got everything else you need, guys. I'm going to make this better than even, you know what, $8.99. Forget about it. $8.88. No. Let's go $777. That way they can be $6.99 at checkout for you. So that'll be a big old value on our golden pearl threader style drops. You've got a good one there. And then, sure, Susan, just let me know. Let me know when you're ready. We'll help you out. We'll have it out there for you, ready to go. And then here we are with Patrice, your request coming up next. But again, those are new golden pearl drop earrings. They're really luxury, aren't they? They look fabulous, and they're really exciting to have. And I love those colors that there is that green, golden, a little bit of pink and purple. I know it's tougher to see on camera, but they've got some really good luster. All right, Patrice, here you go. This necklace, oh, how I wish we had more than one. And you know what? This chain is threaded through very oddly. So let me fix this, and then we'll be ready to make its debut. And Jason, what are you picking up over there? Oh, good. We've got more requests coming in. Good. I hope it becomes an all request night. The only thing I really need to get to is probably that Tanzanite for anybody who's thinking about it to go with the earrings. But if you want to make a request, I hope you will. It's a good day to do that. So $777 makes them $699. Patrice, if you want to jump on the phone lines, I would recommend it because this next pendant, I've actually got 2 to show you, but this next necklace is just one of our best. And I'm noticing we again only have one, even though it's straight up diamonds. So I think that you're going to be well served getting on the phone lines early here because this is going to be a very popular piece, I have a feeling. So we'll show it to you next. Sorry, just having to refigure. This is tough to do on live TV while we're talking, but I am reconfiguring this chain and how it's set up. So it was just on the chain wrong. So I'm just trying to get this spring ring back closed, and then Patrice will be ready to show it to you. Okay, and then we have, oh yeah, we've got 2 great necklaces to show you. Actually, we also have a really precious rhodochrosite coming up. So there are 2 requests to get to. Tony, we'll go to the hand here. This is the first option, 112-1745. Yeah, it's one huge pear-shaped teardrop full of nothing but pave. 204 worth in diamonds, 1 only shameful. I mean, showing you something as classic as this is and only having 1 is, it should be against the law. I need 10 of these at least, but I'll tell you right now, 1 caller gets it. There's 2 adjustable links here. It's going to be either 18 inches or 16 inches here in your drop. This has got a big presence to it, that's for sure. Andy, are we sold out of that star? Oh, we do have it, or are we sold out? Oh, okay. So Susan, never mind. Susan, it's sold out. All right, so here we go. That's going to be 1 inch in the drop, almost 7/8 actually to be specific. 7/8 finished on the inside, so it's going to be nice and smooth against the neckline, which is where I show it to you now. Yes. The bail of this piece, of course, when you see it up close, you will. It's actually going to be hidden. So it's got a bunch of under gallery cage work, which is where you're going to string your chain through it. So you could actually wear it even side to side if you wanted to. You could wear it upside down if you wanted to. But look at how it's solid diamonds. Those are all bigger stones that are pave. Let's go back to the up close. I'm going to move the earrings aside, show this to you here. We're going to show you the inside and how it's finished. And this is why you could actually, see, circular cutouts. You could actually put the chain any which way you want. You could wear it like this. You could wear it east to west. You could wear it this way. You could wear it this way as a teardrop. It's totally up to you because that is fully finished under gallery. So essentially you can use all those corners and all those circular cutouts you can use them as bails, okay? And then it comes with the chain, just in case you need one. Obviously, you could switch it out if you want to, within reason. Let me put it up close one more time. And that one's gonna be, well, $79.99, gotta go. We gotta make this a lot easier right now as we only have 1 hour left to go in our Wednesday. This one will be down to $2,499. That's it. That's going to be all. So just 24. Now, remember, that comes down $250. So again, I have one. That's the shame of it. I need a bunch of these. It's the most beautiful. I mean, it looks to me like, remember we do the ring like this where it's got all the pave big stones together. Looks like one big pear shape. I also do have a platinum rhodochrosite coming up, which is also, I guess, for Patrice too, right? We got the Patrice request as well for rhodochrosite. So she may not be taking this. We'll find out. I know she's got a rhodochrosite request as well. We'll show it next. And then we're caught up with requests. We will get to that Tanzanite top of the hour. Let me know on this. Is this still here? $22.49. Wow. Okay, here's the next piece. It's a pendant. And it's going to be item number 1127319. We'll keep on rocking. I got a big top of the hour in 90 seconds. So we got to make this quick. And what a beauty this is. Rhodochrosite is one of the rarest stones in the world. I know it looks like others, but that's only because this is top quality. Usually this stone is opaque. Usually it is a stone that is opaque. It is usually just a bright pink or maybe a dark, dark, dark pink. This is really pinky red. It's got a platinum setting, 50 points on the oval rhodochrosite from the Sweet Home Mine in Colorado, and 76 points in diamonds as well. White gold is how it stays, white metal rather, because it's platinum. This is the finishing. There's your stamp on the back of the bail. Here's what it looks like up close and personal, and then we'll show it to you from a distance away on the hand, give you an idea of the size. But this one, oh my, that is a really good looking stone. It's good looking. That's just rhodochrosite at its very top quality. Really is. And gorgeous on too, which I'm going to show you now. Put your favorite platinum or white gold chain with it. Even sterling silver would be fine. It's going to be a great match. But do you see, just to draw your attention to the way there's light running through that stone from top to bottom. You see that? That's really important. Really pretty how that's done. And we're going to take a close-up look, that last pendant with all the big diamond weights still hanging out. And now the rhodochrosite goes down in price. Oh, way down. I remember when this debuted, $29.99 blew my mind. You don't see big rhodochrosites at that price at all. Now we're going even lower and making it better than even $1,999. You get 10% off. These are the days to take advantage of rare, exotic, unusual. We got a lot of diamond weight to mix in, but you get all of that for $1,499. It's one only though, so another big one that's got to go. That is just simply our best rhodochrosite deal of all time right there. That is it. And you've got that one for $13.49, or you get the big diamond necklace with the 204 for $22.49 at checkout. Last call on our pendants. Those are both brought out by request. Again, requesters rarely take what they request, so it's open to anybody. I like to say that just so you're not, missing out on pieces that might be actually meant for you. That's how this works. I mean, you never know. It might be the perfect piece you've been waiting on. Now the value's there, the discount's there. That's why you take advantage. And it is top of the hour. We have 1 hour left in our show. I'm going to show you a really beautiful Tanzanite. It'll be our last, yeah. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so we got multiple shoppers on the phone line taking different things. Sounds like our golden pearls are verifying in the rhodochrosite. The 204 is still here. If you'd like to get the 204 diamond pendant, highly recommend that. I may have to take that home. That's just... If you see me wearing that tomorrow night, do not be surprised. That is a beautiful piece. Let's get to our Tanzanite ring for our top of the hour. And again, $13.49 on the rhodochrosite. What a rarity that is. Such a beauty. And welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday night. It is one short 58 minutes left. We got you for 58 minutes longer. My name is Lauren Blair. Welcome to TVON. Glad you're with us tonight. Got a few pieces left, but it's not going to be 58 minutes worth of jewelry. So also we've had a flurry of requests in the last 10, 15 minutes. Keep those coming. Keep those coming in. Want to get all the pieces you need, all the great values. This is our summer sale, but listen, summer is not endless. There was a movie called The Endless Summer. This is not the Endless Summer sale. It is wrapping up shortly. We are in our last Wednesday of July. We've got our last 2 days of July. I hope you'll stay with us as we transition in to the month of August here and wrap up this big, big event that is our biggest savings we can provide you in our jewelry. So keep that in mind as we take a look at our top of the hour. We've all been waiting on this one. This is the Blue Wing Block D in a cushion cut. I just so happen to have the earrings. I've shown them twice. The earrings are still available for one caller. Here is the ring. No doubt someone's probably waiting to get the set all together here. And let me know on the diaspora. Yes. We measured it, but I can do it again for her. Okay, so let's just do that one more time. Patrice, take a look at your screen. First of all, thank you for asking for this. And here it is one more time. So let's take a look at this. This is the rhodochrosite, and there it is, okay? 7/8 of an inch is what that leads to be, okay? 7/8 on that rhodochrosite. It was 7319 platinum, and the 50-pointer and 7/8. Thank you so much. All right, back to the wheel we'll go. Here's where we get to see our Tanzanite in our big size, 4 carats 24, the 424, and it's going to be a lovely stone with lots of red flashes. Look at this from the inside, because the first thing, and forgive the fact that it's got the residue tag from the inventory. So again, I don't have a lot of tools up here to get that off, but that's something that comes off. We size it, polish it, all that good stuff. So that is mostly a viewpoint for 8234 to see this, which is the undergallery. Not even needed, doesn't even, not necessary. Absolutely not necessary. Put it in there anyways, because we find that everybody wants an undergallery now, probably just because we want to be spoiled with more gold. Here's our 424, 84 points in diamonds. This is like what we saw in the earrings with the alternating baguettes and rounds, but this time doubled up, doubled it, did the double halo, went extra beautiful, rare, and very unique here to get that kind of design, to get this stunning look. It's a 424 white gold only. It's going to be a quick one, that's for sure. And we can send it out of here as fast as we can. Take a look at this. On the hand is always what we like to show you, just to get a size perspective. Make sure it's going to work for you before, obviously, you think about dialing in here with this price that's going to be I know it's going to be tempting. And I know that there's always folks that they're all, you know, we're set up. Some people have a Blue Wing Block D already and say, you know, I thought I was done, but I decided I couldn't resist these big values. Even if you were to turn around one day and just sell it right away, you've got a huge investment and a huge value to the point that it's worth more than you're paying. That's the fact. I have been known to experiment. I did this once as an experiment a couple years ago. I bought a piece of TVON jewelry just to resell it. Just because well, obviously just wanted to be able to truthfully tell you that it can be done. So I literally bought a piece of jewelry here. I bought a yellow diamond. I gave one to my mom, and I bought another one because I thought, let's just go see. You know, if I lose a couple bucks, okay. But I was pretty confident, knowing the jewelry world as I do. So I took it to a luxury consignment. I took our 1 carat yellow diamond. I paid, what did I pay? $29.99, I think? Yeah, $29.99. This was a couple years ago. And took it straight to a luxury consignment that's about, you know, 2 miles from my home. It got listed there, and it sold for $16,000. Made a healthy profit. So again, when we talk about luxury, and this can be said for any category we do, because the fact is where we make it and where you buy it are even different, because what we pay to make it is essentially more than what you're even paying to buy it. So there's already, and nobody can make jewelry as well as we can. It's not passing through 8, 9, 10 different hands to get to you. It's one, it's direct as it gets. You're shopping from the manufacturer. You're shopping from the producer, the designer, the gem curator, essentially. Everything is done here every step, whereas usually all those steps I just listed off, those are all different separate entities, different folks, different businesses, different companies, and then there are other steps that basically get the jewelry from where it started in like a loose gem form all the way to the finished piece to you. There are many different times that has to go through a different entity. Every step of the way is essentially costing you more money. So one of the big reasons that our values are where they are, because that is eliminated, because we are. The gemstone came from us. The diamonds come from us. The gold, it's all done here in-house. So it's really saving you a bundle so that you can get the better quality and still pay less. It is just jewelry shopping paradise. And we're going to make this a lot better than the $79.99 it should be today. It's going to go a lot lower, extremely so. We're going to make this one and done here. One and done is gotta go. Look at this on the hand again. Don't forget about that under gallery that's finished on the inside. You've got your white gold, which is how we generally love our blue wings the most. We're gonna take it down below 7, below 6, below 5, below 4. As a matter of fact, I was gonna put it up on the auction block for $4,000 to start. I already did an auction an hour ago. Whoa, was that interesting. Now here's hoping we got a few more viewers in the last hour of the show. But let me tell you this, because usually that's pretty customary. Here's what I'm going to do instead of 4,000 to open. We're going to get this one home right now, right here, right now. It is just gorgeous. And I love seeing it on the hand because you get a true reference point of how much reds you're seeing through. It's not going to be 4. It's not 35. It's not even $3,000 to start. We're going to really blow this out. $424 in size. You'll take your discount. As I said, it's an auction, but oh well, we can just skip that too. We could make it 35 or 3 or even, you know what? How about this $2,500 just to get it going, just as a starting point. And then we go from there. And you simply tell us the size you need, and the rest, done. Plus a discount, plus a $10 increment, which makes it, yeah, that makes it very, very, very attainable. And then you've got a $2,500 to open. That would be, keep in mind, an extra 10% off discount. And we still have aqua. I've got a huge unheated blue star sapphire. I mean, huge, 4 carat 66. As a matter of fact, we've got our $40,000 opal if you'd like to know a little bit more about that. Even our 3 carat Paraiba is here. So let me know. There's your inside. There's that great finishing, 25 to get that one going. I do have 2 different rubelites, both of which are copper bearing. And that has been the talk of the town lately. It's definitely going to be one for a lot of people to consider, especially when I've got 2 different looks, 2 different carat weights and 2 different shapes. So let's get you set up here with the 7 carat plus. Here's a 710. Now, full disclosure, this one is 7 carats in a Paraiba. It's very pricey. A little more pricey than what I think we're prepared for on a Wednesday. But here's the deal. If you'd like it, I'll just blow it out. We'll give it away. It's one of the rarest stones I can show you. It's been extremely popular in the last few months, and that's because we just started bringing them. We had the blue greens. The blue greens we've been bringing you for, I can speak for 9 years, okay? Almost all of our existence here at TVON. We've been bringing blue greens periodically. We have more of them than anybody, which is not hard because most people have 0. So, hey, you got one, you kind of beat the rest of the crowd. But this is where we get into those exotic colors, where it's not just a tourmaline, it's not just a rubelite, there's also copper content. So it is still in this Paraiba category, which is really rare to have that copper content and still have this color, because most of the more traditional copper content stones are blue, green, and green. Then there's the purples. We started bringing those out. They're very popular as well. This is more of that rubelite red purple. It's got some pink, it's got some fuchsia, it's got some red purple as well. Take a look at it. It's our 710 with the diamonds on the side here. That's going to be 31 points in the diamonds as well. And this will be, well, it's a quick one here. And we will get you a great value. But I was really excited to see that we did bring back out, by your request, the carat half. That's got even a little bit brighter color and that really unique designer mounting. Well, guess what? If you don't like this price tag, because I know you like the stone probably, but 8972, it's probably going to be on the bigger side than most are looking for. But I will bring the 710 with the 31 points of diamonds down in price. This one has a great finishing on the inside, so it's going to be nice and comfy to wear. It feels like the size of a signet ring. Everything sits really kind of across the plateau, across the top. It's really easy. And yet, no, Susan, we didn't show it. Here's what I'll do on this one. If you'd like the big one, that is supposed to be $9,999. You think I'm making it up? No, I'm not. There's the ring, there's the price tag, ring price. That's $1,000 off, it'd be $89.99. So here's what we have. It's not going to be $99. I'll blow it out for anybody who wants the big, the ultimate, the high end, the collector's piece. I will bring out the 1.5 carat right after this, and we'll give you options. But this one will be better than $99, actually better than even $49.99. There's your 50% off price. That would be $500 extra off. This is the day to get your bigger collectible stones. Here's what it looks like on. I'm not leaving it at $49.99. This is for one caller and one caller only. It can be in any gold color as well. So if you'd rather have yellow gold or rose gold, you name it, you get it. And we'll make it $4,499. You get $450 off. It's going to be a smidge over $4,000 to own it. So that's option one. That's my 710. We'll get to the carat and a half, which is even maybe a little more bright red and very clean, which it should be. It's a little smaller stone. They're just rarely clean at all. That's the big issue with this. With the copper content being tourmaline's number one, highly included stones, but with the copper content, they become a lot more included. So that is just, it makes them very susceptible. And you're usually seeing all kinds of visible inclusions to the naked eye. Not the case here, and you get that big stone. And let's take a look at our carat and a half shining star here in a designer mounting as well. Ooh la la, this is just really, when it comes to high-end jewelry, there are certain pieces that if somebody knows nothing about jewelry, they're still gonna look at that piece and know that it's high-end based on the way that is set. It is item number 1128634. Proud to have two options here in the rubelites for you, and this is our carat and a half with 51 points in diamonds. Let's blow it out right now. And actually, this is a good one here. Did you have a question, Jason, or are you with Darlena? Is she waiting for the request? It just got handed to me. I won't make her wait any longer. Hold that thought on the rubelite. Let's just show something that Darlena, did she see this already the other day and want to know a little bit what on earth has happened to this chain? How is the chain inside the undergallery? I've never seen this happen before. Okay, never mind, got it. It was just stuck. I'm going, what in the world? I've shown this. It didn't do that before. Here we go. This is going to be a cool designer piece that we have for you real quick. So, Darlena, take a look at that. That is hopefully the one you're looking for. It is, I don't even know how this is really even still available. It's item number 11285. Did we make another? Okay. So we made another. That's good, because I'm like, I think looking at it going, I know I sold that the other day. So we made another based on request. Got it. So 84544. 21 points. This is the one that's got a lot of carat weight, so listen carefully because it's a compilation of emeralds, rubies, sapphires, and diamonds. And so we have the big marquise is the 21-point Colombian emerald. You've got the 28 points in the blue and the pink. We're calling that lighter red a pink sapphire, but it's not. It's really a ruby. And that's the blue sapphire. And the we also have a 26-point ruby total weight there, and I see the pink sapphire is the brighter one there. And then here we go, 25 points in diamonds. That's your finished undergallery. We're going to throw in the chain. It's 14 karat near finished gold on the back and the bail, and then the top and the surface is that satin finishing, which has a glow. Let's show it against the hand and show you what we can do on the 39. Can I just honor what I did the other day to make this one fly? Look at how beautiful that is. And it's also, I just like to point out, since I made a piece that I wear every day for myself like this, where it's got different birthstones of all the people that I care for. So it's got all of our birthstones represented in one, and it's got tourmaline and ruby and diamond and emerald together. So it's very similar. And this one's gonna be, well, 1111, so that we can do it for $9.99 at checkout. Here's what it looks like on the neckline, such an important viewpoint. To really see the size, it's an overall marquise type of shape, or really maybe oval, but it's got that point at the base. Everything, once again, is set burnished into the design. So there are no prongs. You could be completely, like, you could run your finger right across the top. You don't feel a thing. It's smooth as silk, quite literally. So you have a beautiful wearable piece. It's a great size. You see all the interest of, you know, it's the uniqueness of having different cuts, different stones, different, you're working with different mediums here. It's emeralds, it's sapphires, it's rubies, it's diamonds all together, and yet all set in a beautiful designer piece. So that one's going back up close here just to show it to you again, so you can see the really beautiful combination here of stones that makes it so, so rare. So that's going to be, yeah. All right, so 1111 turns into $9.99 if you'd like to get that for your own. Stays in the yellow gold, and of course I like to point out there are different birthstones represented, like sapphire for September, emerald for May, ruby for July, and diamonds for April. So 4 birthstones all in one. Let's go back to our copper-bearing rubelite tourmaline which is going to be a straight up value. 112864 coming up right now. This is the smaller and the last of the rubelites tonight, and it's going to be that big time stone, which is 1.5 carats, which is large in the category of anything copper bearing. You do have 1.5 carat rubelite plus copper bearing with the diamonds. Now the interesting thing here, we've seen rounds and baguettes together, but very rare to see them in this way, where you actually have the baguettes all in the corners. The corners, and they basically are an extension of the prongs, and then that keeps going, and then you really complete the double halo with the round brilliance as well. So it really just, it works. It's beautifully done. Let me show you the inside, because that's going to have a great finishing as well. This is really the tippy top level of the copper bearing family. Okay. Because I know we love the purples, and I know we love the blue greens, and quite frankly, every other color they come in, because they do come in essentially most colors. But make no mistake, the rubelite is really the rare, because think about it, as a category of tourmaline, even without any copper presence, rubelite is one of the rarest stones you can get your hands on anyways. Just standard regular rubelite, if you will. It's such a rare variety of tourmaline on its own. So the fact that you're getting that same rubelite color, which makes it so elite, but then you've got the copper content contributing to all the other things you see, like the neon, the glow, all that beauty you're seeing. Come on over. It's going to be a great value. I'm going to go ahead and reduce it down. That's the inside, because we all love a good undergallery. And you see how the inside comes down to that point, gives you that platform. But we're going to make it very affordable. And no longer $69.99 either. A full 51 points in diamond weight. And get requests in for our last 40 minutes, because we'd love to hear what you're looking for as well before we run out of time, because we're getting close to that moment. We've got our Tanzanite still here, both the earrings and the ring. I hope, does everybody have a blue wing block D? Does everybody have one? Because I looked today at the inventory, and there's hardly anything left. So I hope everybody has one before I'm up here going sold out. But here we are with a 1.5 carats, another one that is very, 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 very limited in what we have. Most of the private collection has been shown and subsequently sold. We're going to make this better than even 69, 59, 49, 39. This is the time. Pick up your rubelite. I know most of you have seen them, fallen in love, and then they've just been out of reach. We're making this one so much more affordable. Here's what it looks like on the hand again. This is just tremendous. You see how it glows right through the core. The whole inside just glows this vibrant color. It's not going to be $39.99. Call me quickly. We are leaving it in the white. Actually, no, skip it. Do any gold you want. I do not want anyone left out of this value based on a gold color. I want to say, let's just put in, if I have to spend $3,200 to make it again for you, just to make the mounting in yellow or rose, let me do that for you. I'm not going to charge you any extra. I want you to have it in exactly the combination you want. Because if it's not, you're never going to be able to take part in this opportunity. And that's what this is. There's great jewelry that comes and goes all the time. And I think a lot of people go, well, it's okay. Catch the next one. Probably not the end of the world. We're actually getting to the end. As I just mentioned, blue wing block Ds, they're almost gone. And then we're going to be having to, I don't know, it's going to take a lot for me to recommend somewhere else, because anywhere else, even if they've got good material, it's not going to be the best. I'm going to have to be literally telling customers here where to go buy Tanzanites as an alternative, because we're almost done with it. There's that. This stone also, same boat, same position. We have shown you nearly everything we have. I just know, because I'm up here every day with you, talking about them, seeing the calls, seeing the viewers, seeing everybody light up the lines, and then hanging up because it's too much money. Understanding that this is rare, understanding it's just worth more than other stones are, but if I can't give you a discount, I haven't been doing my job, right? And this is the day to do it. It's a sale event. I'm obligated to give you the best values that have ever been here. So if I can't get you a value on a rubelite copper bearing today, I never can. Take a look at this one more time. 39, it's not going to be. 29, it'll be a great value at that price. We're going to do even better than 29. Better. I got to take it low. We got to make sure things go. We got 38 minutes to go, and I got to move like 8,000 pieces of jewelry. I think we can do it, but it's going to take some really big reductions in price tags, really seriously. So how about 29 or 28 or 27 or 26? No callers yet, so you've got like a wide open runway here to come on in and get the job done. Get this collectible while it's here. Get it while it's cheap. Get it while we still got it. It's 26, 25. Okay. If I'm reducing this thing to $2,499 and giving you 10% extra off, I say 60 seconds and it's gone. But instead, hold on. Don't call, call, but don't say sold yet, because you're going to get a better value than I have ever done on copper-bearing rubellite. I've been selling them since 2004. That's a long time to be selling anything. My goodness. But this is the best level value I can bring to you. It's skip 24. I'm trying to make mountains move here. We're trying to move some rubellite that has copper content. It's a Paraiba but rarer is what it is. It's a Paraiba but rarer because it's one of the colors we see the least of that still has a copper content to it, that's still giving neon glow as a result. And it's got this amazing mounting that's 51 points in diamonds, but really exceptional individual stones here with the baguettes and the rounds and the classic nature, but still dressed up. It doesn't look like a basic, and it's not going to be 24. I got to move some jewelry. You are going to be the beneficiaries of some of the biggest values you've ever seen in the next 35 minutes starting right now. And it's not going to be 24 or 23 or 22 or 21. And sure, I invite you to take 10% extra off. Why not? Let's do that too. But it's not going to be $21.99. That is already, we're seeing the shining star of our entire show of sale event pricing. And now it's not even 21 or $2,099. We're going to go extra, all-time low, $1,999 on the rubellite with the diamonds in the gold, your choice of color, and we're going to do that for $17.99 at checkout for you. So huge value. I'm giving it 60 seconds. It will go. Let me know what you'd like to see before we wrap up our show here in 35 minutes. We will get those in. We still have our Tanzanites. Still have the 204. Everybody was calling on that 204 diamond necklace. At this moment, it is still here. The 204 pear shape of pave. You know the one I'm talking about. This one. The 204, got it right here near the top of the hour. That 204 necklace is still here. All those enormous individual diamonds that are pave throughout. That is one gorgeous look. Still the 710. If you want to go $44.99, we can get you the 710 in the rubellite. But operators, let me know who's got this one. Once it's gone, we say bye-bye. We will be done. We will be ready to move on. And I got no more copper-bearing rubellite the rest of the night. That is about as collectible as a stone is. It's like you went into the Smithsonian. You know, they got some good stones there, really good stones. I admit, I don't always get there. It's across the country. I don't always get there. But I'll tell you, the last time I was there was a few years ago. I don't recall seeing anything copper-bearing in their gem exhibit. Now, if you've been there a little more recently than I have, please let me know if that's changed. But I do not recall seeing, and that's where they have the Hope Diamond. They got the most important, arguably, stone in the world. The Hope Diamond is a blue diamond. They've got really important gems there on display, as any museum should. It's the same reason we're sending off our Tanzanites to museums across the world to show off our best and the best from the world. But here is that rubellite copper bearing where you're going beyond a museum quality here. For all intents and purposes, it really is. You're going above and beyond a museum quality with this stone. And I know we have some busy lines here backed up, so we can't get everyone through because, you know, they figure, I don't sell anything on Wednesday, so we don't need operators. So bear with us here, and we'll have an operator with you shortly. So just hang out there on the phone lines. Let me know if you're hitting this one. I know we also have a lot of requests coming in this time of night. Also some pieces from earlier going. So yeah, an important night to just stay there on the phone lines. We'll see if we can get that one home. I think it's got to be getting a home at $17.99. Got to be. That is an incredible superstar of stones right there if you've ever seen one. We do have, let's see, our Tsavorite from earlier. I had some under $1,000 pieces from earlier, like Aqua, Tsavorite, had a beautiful Ammolite that was very nice. the Ammolite with the pink and the white diamonds, and anything else. Zircon, we had the Zircon and the peacock feather ring, Hamsa hand earrings, a 14 karat 07 blue wing block D Tanzanite emerald cut was here. So yeah, all my Tanzanites from the show so far are here, which is highly unusual. The 424, the 14 karat, and also the earrings, which is the shocker, I would say. All right, so this one, $17.99. Anybody on that one? All right, some more requests coming in. I'm going to keep on showing this diamond necklace until it sells because they frown upon me buying things. So here we go, because look at that, because yep, that's a beauty. And some, like I said, it's tempting to resell, but honestly, there's something so beautiful, and really, for being bold, it's also very wearable. It's 112-1745. I know we have a couple of you on the phone lines right now talking about this, saying, can I see it one more time? Just looking at it here. Now, remember, I don't have 50 of them. I don't have 5, I have 1. So if anybody's questioning the diamonds, well, those are the diamonds you're getting. That's the piece you're getting. So if you don't like those diamonds, honestly, I don't think we can help you. I don't think diamonds are your thing if those are not your type of diamonds, because they are flashing and firing like no other. Something about VS diamonds, but the bigger they get, and the moment you start putting them solid and seamlessly together like this, it makes for a total wow. It's our 204 pear shape. Round, brilliant stones, but making that pear shape finished on the inside. Like I said, you can actually take the chain that we're giving you for free, which is also 14 karat gold, and you can actually string the chain through anywhere behind this under gallery, because all those cutouts are going to act as bails. That's what you're doing. You're stringing your chain. See how we went through the top point there? You can go through the side. You can make it diagonal. You can make it east to west like I'm holding it now. You can do whatever you want. You can wear it different ways, different days, just depending on how you put the chain through the back. So it really is a more than wear one way piece. And it's only $24.99, but you are getting $250 off that price tag as well. So $22.49. And then we do have a star sapphire. I'll just show you for fun. Got a really good museum piece in a star sapphire. It's in a beautiful light blue. We also have a rare aquamarine I'll show you. A yellow diamond is here in a dome style. I know we're getting busy. It's that time of night when people start tuning in, which is only at the 30-minute mark more. So everything starts to go, which is what's going to happen. So I end up re-showing everything so it all goes. Do you have this one, Joanne, or who else? I'm not sure, because we have so many people, and I have more people waiting on hold than I have operators tonight. So my apologies here if you are waiting to get through. It's that kind of night where it's going to be just, more shoppers than operators. So we appreciate your patience. This is our one and only there at $22.49. Beautiful, and chain included with it. We are not charging you for that chain. It's just a one only, and that's a lot of big diamond weight. And it's not just about the total carat weight. It's about each individual stone you have, being that each one is such a large, round, brilliant on its own. So $22.49. Jason, you taking this one? Who has got this one? And it was brought up by a request. The requester took something else. So we're good to go. This is wide open for you. Don't feel like you're taking somebody else's request. It's available to the first caller that says yes. Rubelite? Oh, good. Thank you. What about you, Jason? Really? It's a hot one, isn't it? We found something you like. Yeah. There is a lot to love about. Thank you. That multi-stone necklace is what everyone's talking about. Lot to love there with the ruby, the emerald, the sapphires, pink and blues. To get lot to love. Oh, did you, Kirsten? So you got your yellow gold 3-stone hoops already. Wow. Those debuted on Saturday. Kirsten, you're already wearing them and loving them. I like to hear that. So how about that for fast shipping? Because we can't ship out till Monday if it's from the weekend, right? So it went out Monday. You got it. I love that. Thank you so much. I love it. Do you have, Kirsten, the set? I'm sure you do. The bangle, the ring. So glad you're loving your 3-stone hoops that we had debut on Saturday. I know they were very popular. So thank you, everybody, so much. All right, let's move back to this one. I just want to remind you that's $19.99 for one of the rare right there. That's going to be that Rubelite with copper content as well. And let's see if there's anything else we should recap. How about the Ammolite from earlier? I am loving that Ammolite. That Ammolite was our 2 karat 98. We just don't see these very often. Incredible value. We've got a quick request here on the DBTYB. It's called call it a diamonds by the yard, but it's the bracelet version. 1114093 coming up as our next request. Had this in mehenges over the weekend. Of course, naturally, everyone's now asking for the diamond version, but look how beautiful and large these diamonds are. This is going to be our DBTY bracelet. So DBTYB, if you will, 4093, carat 04. And guess what? One size fits most. You get a 7, 7.5, or 8, all built in. I'll show you how. The diamonds are massive. They're 13 points. Do you know that there is not another piece from our Diamonds by the Yard collection that has diamonds this size? This is the largest of them all. Let me show you all the closures. This is where you have the adjustability. So when the diamonds stop, your extender begins essentially. You're going to have the smallest length at 7. This is 7.5. This is 8. And then if you want to, you can use that heart-shaped charm, which is designed to dangle a little bit from the bracelet, but you can use that for a little extra length. It is a lobster claw. We want to give you the largest clasp possible while still fitting in with the proportion of the bracelet. So you get the lobster claw to make it easy to fasten. And it's got this wild look about it that is about as classic as it gets because those diamonds are just huge, aren't they? 13 pointers, white or yellow gold only. Actually, we can do rose gold as well. And this has a new price of $61.99, and that's because the diamonds are so big. Let me show you what we can do instead because it is a request. Want to bring it on down. Remember, you get all these gorgeous diamonds. Let me show you from a distance so you can see how many there are. So I'm just holding it at the two ends. And you see that there are the 2, the 4, the 6, the 8 different stones. That will be the same. Remember, it's all one bracelet, providing all those different lengths. And if it moves or turns on the wrist, because it might, you're always going to get diamonds that show up. Here's how. Because the bezels are open, that's the back, that's the front. So I always like to put it on a little more tight so that it doesn't rotate and you can put it on essentially the right way when you do that. But obviously if it does flip or turn like I'm showing you now, it kind of looks the same. From the back, it's still showing you the beautiful brilliance of those diamonds. This is $9.99 tonight. So a really big value. I just want to take it on down like a yesteryear price tag to make it $9.99, which is really only $8.99 at checkout tonight. Maria, we've got your request coming up, and it's probably, well, it's my favorite piece if I had to choose one. Favorite piece to present, favorite piece to talk about, this in the signet ring. And no, this is not the signet ring, it's a necklace we'll show you next. So Maria, your necklace will be coming up, and the good news is it's one of the few things that the price has not changed on, despite it being a lot of gold and a lot of diamonds. So that's a request. I'm not sure for who, but I've got a carat 04 in diamonds, and you can choose the white, the yellow, or the rose, and it's $8.99 for a bracelet that has, again, the biggest diamonds we've ever put individually in a Diamonds by the Yard collection. Here we go. I just want to show this necklace coming up. We'll go to the hand here. It's 1110-454. This is something that, as someone who loves jewelry that means something, and I know I'm not the only pet lover, I'm not the only gal that spends all of her days and all of the moments of her days and more now than ever before doting on my pet. I will tell you, pets bring a lot to our lives. Whether you are a pet owner, an animal lover, if you know one, I think we all do, this is the piece in necklace form. We have done this is our pave. It is the paw style in pave diamonds. So the pave necklace, which is a large-scale paw, completely covered in diamonds, not the illusion of. That's how you're getting 43 points. We have 2 gold colors. Actually, it looks like, Tony, we now can do the rose gold as well. I did want to make sure we built in all the adjustability here, 16, 17, and 18 inches to a diamond cut chain. I'm going to tell you something. This will make the most amazing gift. Receiving fine jewelry is always well received. But I don't know if there's anything that is more beautifully received than a piece that means something, that you can wear every day. In this case, wearing it close to your heart because it is a necklace, and having the option to wear it at 16, 17, or 18 inches. I will tell you, to the new pet owners, to the longtime pet owners, to the pet owners who have lost a beloved pet, who want to keep their memory close at hand, or in this case, close at neckline, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece. And I will tell you, the way they enrich our lives, and there's a lot of jewelry we wear that may not have any special meaning whatsoever, but I find from personal experience that out of all the inordinate amount of jewelry I own, it's the pieces like my signet ring, like others that I have, that really are the ones that I love the most, that have those meanings, that remind us of someone, that give us a smile. every time we see it, that will be, in this case, a conversation starter, that people are always asking questions. Oh, I love your necklace. Oh, let me tell you about my pet. It is really beautiful for that reason. It is comfortable. It is wearable. I think it's the perfect statement where it's not oversized. I think at that point it would look a little hokey, but it's also not tiny. Like we did a itty bitty paw many, many years ago. It was really small. It was named the itty bitty. So it was itty bitty. It was small. It was a great piece if you want to just stack or layer or give it to the younger gals, but this is really fine jewelry at its best. And you know, I've been selling jewelry a long time. I've had this for almost 9 years here. Pieces today are oftentimes 5, 6, 7 times what they were 9 years ago. That's only natural. Don't blame us. That's gold. That's diamonds. That's life. This price is exactly the same tonight as it has been since I started presenting it almost 9 years ago. Let's go back up close too. I want to show you this pave. Look at that. This is what you call well done. And the piece finished in solid gold on the backside, still clean it. Look at the diamond cutting to the chain. I need everybody on the phone lines to take advantage of what honestly should be today at least $22.99. I am not going to do that. Again, all adjustable lengths. You can give this as a gift and not have to worry if the length she likes is built in, because it is. And it's not going to be $2,000. And it's not $19.99. And if you would like one, this is the time to do it, because I will tell you, this will be the hot, hot, hot requested item all November and December and really year round. And you know what? At some point when it's not a request striking us at the spur of the moment here, the price will be set right up to where it should be today. It's not even going to be $999, and it's an entire necklace. This big medallion style with that nearly a half carat in diamonds. I'll tell you, we are going to light up the lines, and it's all thanks to Maria and your request. Maria, thank you. Thank you for giving me the privilege of showing it tonight. Thank you for giving every one of our viewers the opportunity to save a bundle on this one tonight. It is not going to be $999 or $888. And you know what? It's actually never been this low, because it's not been on a 10% off sale either. So now you get this way back from like nearly 9 years ago pricing, and you get 10% off saved as well. And you're choosing white, yellow, rose. I mean, I would think you maybe get more than one. You probably know more than one pet lover. Maybe you are, but also your sister is, or your best friend is, or here's what I've done. These are the pieces I love to purchase to donate, because we all know those organizations, whether it be your local chapter of your ASPCA, whether it's your local animal foundation. I am a dog rescuer. Every dog that I've ever owned, I have rescued. I've had 3 dogs in my life personally. They've all been rescues. I know my mom has all rescues. Like, this is how, if you want to give back to those foundations that did such amazing work to allow us to rescue dogs and other animals, to give them a second chance at life and love, and give in return all the unconditional love they give to us every minute of every day, I'll tell you, this is the piece you donate to that silent auction event to raise money for a good cause. I'm telling you, it's so little to spend on something that means so much. And it's not $888. And I'm sorry if you're not an animal person, you're probably thinking this is all absolute rubbish. But you know what? Some of us know. And it's not going to be $799. It's not $777. There is a moment in time to pick up jewelry, and it's now. This event, this older price tag, this requested item, and you know what? One of the most meaningful pieces I think you'll ever own. Let me show it again on the hand here. And it's not going to be $777 either. Let's make it $699. Plus you get $70 saved to make it $629. Yes? I can show them the 13 karat drops. You like those fancy hexagons? You got it. Let me leave that here for a moment while I get our earrings ready for, did you say Melanie? Okay, Melanie, we'll show them to you next. They are the big drops in the fancy cuts, and they are something we flashed earlier. So we will get prepared to show you a full presentation on those up close, as the paw necklace is here. And it's 112, this would be 8388. And they are fancy cuts. They are the only pair of earrings quite like it. A match in blue wing, block Ds, white gold only on those. And wait till you see them from a distance away in their length and in their drop. And this will be, well, it's an outstanding piece. By the way, all of our requests are still here. Diamond by the yard bracelet, still here. The paw necklace, nobody called. Boy, you know what's weird? Usually I can't put that up without having a couple hundred go out the door. So again, good time to pick up the paw necklace if you'd like it. Still here. We've got the earrings you're seeing now. We've got somebody just saying, tell me about them. Never seen anything quite like that. I'm here to see new jewelry. So here we go with our 1342s, Museum Reserve Hexagon Fancy Cuts. They're like a kite cut, actually, is what it feels like, the way that they have that drop to them. And then you've got all the diamonds, top, bottom, and through the hoop in the front, 28 points there. I'm going to show you the length here from a distance away, just so you can get a nice look at them here. We'll give you a nice little length, and then we've got the look on. Interesting hinge. It opens up nicely here. You've got ease of wear, simple, secure style. There's your 1.5 inches in the drop. Here's how it opens. It doesn't actually touch the post, so you never need to worry about that. It's just going to be that lever back that flips and descends. So really simple. I'm going to pop one on. It's got a straight post, and we will make these earrings. You know what? $17,999 is not going to get the job done. So I'm freewheeling it here with pricing. We've got 18 minutes to make magic happen. This is what they look like from a distance away, just to see them on, so you can really get an idea of how they're going to move and how they're going to drop and how they sit perfectly even while camouflaging, because no, my 2 days off were not spent getting reconstructive surgery on a very pulled out piercing. It was just, I mean, as much as, yeah, if I got nothing to do one day, that sounds like a nice way to spend a day, but that's just because the beauty of the way these are made. It's the beauty. That ugly piercing is not so ugly anymore because of the way it's made. The post is lower, then the diamonds go. So post here, diamonds up top. So it hides any piercing, because who wants to see their piercing? We want to see diamonds and gold and stunning Tanzanites. And those are not going to be $79.99. There's $10,000 right off the top. Let's go even lower than that. Back to the wheel we'll go. I've got one pair. They stay in the white gold. Let's make them better than 7. Let's make them better than 69. I'm freewheeling pricing here for the end of the show tonight. We are ready to move a lot of great jewelry, and we will. What's that? Pause or continue? Well, it's like the delayed response. Yesterday, or a few days ago, we had like a 6.5 minute delay in the broadcast. I don't know how, but we did. Guess what? That's what's happening now, because we are locked up on the phone lines with the paw necklaces. Very popular right now. We're going to do this for, you know what, $66.99. You know what my thinking is there? With $669 off, you're going to be just a smidge over $6,000 to get those earrings home. All right, Jason, were you picking up a paw necklace there? Oh, DBTYBs. All right. We've got Diamonds by the Yard bracelets going out. The paw necklace, very popular as well. And the Tanzanite earrings, $66.99. And reminder, where are my button style Tanzanite? Because those are probably worth another showing here, just to get an end of the show special here for you on the Tanzanite earrings. We'll bring those back one more time, because if you want the drop, well, they're right there. If you would like more of a stud style, we've got those coming up again. One last look before we go. Look at all the red flashes in that fancy cut there. Really elite level, isn't it? Nice to see there with that great looking style. The classic, again, classic way we finished it here with the spikes, if you will, of the pave, top and bottom, really flanking and really elongating them beautifully. It's just what we like to see right there. Just a really custom made, custom designed. Nobody else has a cut like that. We put 2 together in an earring, so that's very exclusive there to have that cut in that earring, but $66.99 to get those. Wow. This is the Ammolite we had earlier. If you missed it, we'll talk about a lot of color there. Blues, greens, and reds, yellows and aquas, pink and white diamonds on the side. We'll have to recap that too. Now the Tanzanite button style earrings also going to give you about $473 here in the Tanzanite studs. We've got the studs here for you as well. We'll just bring those out separately for you so you can see them and see what we got in the last look at them tonight. Yes. More paws? All right, paw necklaces continue to be popular. They are. Here we go with 9043. I know back in the good old days, we had so many people doing just that. It was a lot of donations made to foundations and organizations, and what a beautiful thing to do. What a beautiful thing. or just any pet lover is going to really love that necklace. Okay, so there's just so many pieces like that that are done in the costume world of jewelry, and it's nice to get something that's fine that you're going to love forever. It's going to have a everlasting quality about it. Here we go with 9043. The earrings are back one last time before we go, and keep on calling on the paw necklaces or the diamonds by the yard bracelets or anything else we can show you. But this is the last look here at the 473. What's more like a stud earring, but again has this great diamond weight around it, so that you're still getting the baguettes and the rounds, creating a unique halo, and that's going to be 69 points in your diamonds. The post, I'll tell you, they would have been sold, but the post is a little bit higher than center. So not at the very top, but I'll show you right here because they're meant to really only sit one way, and that's squared off. And that's because of the way that everything's positioned here, from the prongs to the diamond halo around it. Those are down to $2,499. So a pretty amazing value when it comes to bright, bigger stones, big time 2.5 carats almost. The diamond weight is extraordinary. And we have only that one pair for $22.49. So let me know if you'd like those. Any other questions you have on the show? We'd love to do some recaps here. If there's anything you'd like to see one more time to make the decision a little easier. Also, we had a very large Paraiba. I got to show that 270 again. We have a 270 Paraiba. Had a 1.5 carat here in Arubelite. We also have the bright green material as well. And the bright green material, ultimate neon. Here's the oval. That's very clean for this size. It's a 270. You're only seeing inclusions because we're really close up, and it's just really one needle, which is interesting, I find, because it tells you they're copper bearing. It's not like you have to go out and run around talking to gemologists, having them do all kinds of testing. You know, you see those copper elements in that stone, but nothing that detracts from the beauty or the glow or that neon that just emanates from the gem. It's 5304. It's our 270 green Paraiba with the diamond halo. Classic style, yellow, gold, or change it. You can make it white or rose. We'll do it for you. We do the work. We pay the money. You just tell us what you want. But that's 5304. It's a 270 Paraiba, part of a whole Paraiba discount I had in our number 1 tonight, and we're going to make this big discount happen. So again, 270, lots of diamond weight, 50 points exactly there, and we'll get it in any gold you want. And here's what it looks like on the hand. Really important, larger stone here. Take a look at that. That's a great gem. So neon, so bright. Look at that. Under darkness, still glowing, and it's major. It's almost 3 carats. I have a 3 carat blue green here. It's $50,000. I don't know about you. I'm thinking maybe you go a lot less money, more copper content, go even a step up in rarity, and let's make this one. Well, you know, the start at $79.99, and today it is $1,999 and discounted $200 beyond that. Yes. One more time on the paw necklace on. You got it. We'll show it again because everyone's going, that can't be that big. For that price, you know gold. Well, again, this is what happens when you've got a price that's taking an 8-year-ago price tag, because I looked it up, it's 8 years ago, okay? This was developed 8 years ago. I was a brand new baby host here, and it was 8 years ago this was developed. We took an 8-year-ago price and just made it the same price on the air, except tonight you're getting 10% extra off. It's 5/8 of an inch in the drop, but look at how the chain is extended. It's not a bail. The bail would ruin the look, wouldn't it? So it's extending from the diagonal, from the points, like the outer corners of the paw, is where you have it attached to the chain with those O-rings, so it's never gonna flip, it's never gonna turn, it's never gonna be one you're messing with, and you can wear it here, or here, or here. 16, 17, 18. Any one of those lengths, all built in to your necklace. So you don't need to know her favorite chain length, her favorite necklace length. It's all done. It's all ready to go. It's all built in. It's one gorgeous piece with almost a 1/2 carat in VS diamonds in the solid gold that it's in. Finished. Look at this. If I wouldn't say you couldn't reverse it. I would say you could. Look at that reversed. It almost looks like mirror finished gold with polka dots is what it looks like. If you want to reverse it, that's the underside. So I don't know. A lot of us like to show off diamonds when we get them. So there are the diamonds. And that's a good size piece. I wouldn't say oversized, but it's definitely not like the itty bitty that we did, that the itty bitty was the size of this clasp, and I'm not even kidding. It was itty bitty. This is $629. Back to the wheel we go. Let's take a look at that 270 Paraiba. So that paw necklace is still available in your choice of all 3 gold colors. We've got all 3 yellow, white, and rose. So you take advantage. Yes? You got it. Ring size? That's well, that's why I brought it out. Did you say Florence? If she missed it earlier, I brought this out, Florence, because of the demand for the round over the weekend. It's the same. And here it is, only it's bigger. And it's a size 7 right now, and I'll try it on the hand again. And this one's already spoken for, I believe. But here it is. That's the size 7 on the hand. So let me show it to you there. And that's going to be, yes, same color, maybe brighter, because it's really big and you've got all that open color to it. But that's why I had a whole trio of them earlier for that reason, because I saw how many of you missed out on the round that we had over the weekend. I really, now granted, this is a lot bigger. That round was, I believe, a 1 carat 20. This, or was it even a carat? I don't even know. This is huge, and that is sold. Congratulations. We'll go back to the wheel. I want to show you, I'm going to recap this Ammolite. By all means, let's recap the Ammolite if you missed it earlier. There's the Ammolite, because that should go. We never see Ammolites anymore. Now we're talking about 112-8184. Hey, it's the last call on the show. You can tell our lines are busy. We got backed up calls again. Don't hang up. We'll be right with you. We've got literally 8.5 minutes left in the broadcast. We do it again tomorrow, but with new jewelry. So make sure you're with me tomorrow, 5 to 8 Pacific, 8 to 11 Eastern. There's our Ammolite, the 298 with pink and white diamonds on the sides, kind of striped because it goes white, pink, white. Along the sides, it's in rose gold and white gold, stays as is. The rose gold is going to be the basket for the Ammolite and the setting for the pink diamonds down the middle. And that is going to be, well, we did it for $19.99. Only the one there as well. And we will wrap it up. Don't forget about those Tanzanite earrings. All my Tanzanites from the show. 14 karat emerald cut, 14 karat earrings, the 4.5 carat earrings, and yes, indeed, the cushion cut square are all here from earlier. All the blue wing block Ds still available for you if you'd like to get those. All what you see is what you get on the air. Make sure you take advantage of those. We've got the Tsavorite. I got to recap that Tsavorite. Oh, and there was one more Paraiba. So I can show you one more as well. If you missed out on that trio, 2 out of the 3 are gone. The only one I have left has actually got a little bit of blue green to it, and it's going to look like this. It's still that, look at that, bright, bright, bright. It's a cushion cut square. It's 6433 is the item number. That'll be a 123 on the carat weight of that stone. 93 points in diamonds, and look at that, beautiful, bright, searing green color, another great neon stone, lots of diamond weight here. You get almost a carat in diamond weight. In your 93 points, also more gold. It's a wider band. There's some really deep, beautiful double row diamonds on the borders, but then some cutout detailing through the inside. And here's what it looks like on the hand. So that's where you go if you want all the gold weight in the world. And then a lot of great diamond weight. That is also $19.99. So the final of our green Paraibas, again, all inspired by something that was very popular of the weekend. I had a set of 4 different Paraibas of different colors, and over the weekend, everybody wanted the bright green. So I made a point to bring out 3 new ones today. The 2 are gone. This is the last one we're recapping here. The 123 cushion cut, very clean, and all that diamond weight to go with it. That's also going to be $17.99 at checkout. So a big value on a carat plus in Paraiba. Here is that Ammolite on the hand too. If you just saw it up close a few moments ago, we're down to 6 minutes to go here in the show. Here's the Ammolite again in the red, the green, the blue, and look at the aquas and even the yellows that end up coming through on that stone. So that's going to be our 298 Ammolite stone, and a lot of pink and white diamonds there. It would be 58 points overall in your pink and white diamonds, and that is also $19.99. So it comes down to Ammolite with pink and whites or the Paraiba in the wider band that you see there. So whichever one you prefer, 2 of our $19.99 deals before we go. So really important, $17.77 on either choice there. And you got to let us know here, 5 minutes to go in the show. We will not have these pieces back tomorrow. So you definitely want to call in right now and let us know what you'd like to see and what you need to get home today for your collection before we run out of time. We see you tomorrow, 5 to 8. We see you Friday night as well from 5 to 8 Pacific, and then our weekends shift to the mornings or daytime, depending on where you live, 10 to 1 Pacific time. Take a look at the Tsavorite. Still don't even believe it. This is a pinch me moment for value on rare. You do not see this every day. This is item number 112-4045. It would be the one and only Tsavorite of the night. It's a 40-point round Tsavorite, and it's got diamonds every which way that are set into the band itself. So you get a great chance. Who's this for? Teresa, we got a quick request before you go. So here, before we go, here it is, before the pendant goes too, because this one's a gorgeous designer piece. By the way, that Tsavorite's $9.99 if you like it. Hey, Teresa, take a look at this 13.1 Tahitian black pearl. It's got greens, purples, what we call the aubergine colors, and that is actually reflecting. It's got such a beautiful luster. It's reflecting this 18 karat gold around it. It's item number 8023. This was just debuted the other day. Look at the diamonds wrapping around to create such an artful design. It's like the stem of the leaves is making the veil with the diamonds. This pearl is perfectly round. I'll show you every angle we can. And then it's got that gorgeous satin finish and mirror finishing of the leaves that create that very realistic texture. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Did this get another discount? Oh my, this is only $12.99. It's got 1.5 inch length, and then we'll show it up against the neckline for you as well. So one only, it'll be $11.69 at checkout. There's your length of 1.5 inches. Here's what it looks like on the neckline as well, so you can see how that's gonna look. Let me hold it proper here, how it's gonna look on your chain. I love this because it's so tempting to do the design up top. This is really the leaves wrapping around. It's like it's caressing your pearl. It's like it's wrapping around it, giving it almost like a shield, almost like the mollusk does when it's growing the pearl itself. Keep in mind, this is a natural organic stone, was grown inside of a living organism, and really beautiful example here, because most can be just gray or a little silvery. This has got, what you look for is when you see greens and purples. When you start to see green and purples and reds to your Tahitian, that is indicative of a top quality Tahitian pearl, and it's $11.69. So that's your checkout price, and it's all 18 karat solid. Look at the finishing on the inside too. Practically, I mean, you see how solid it is. They mirror finish the back. They do the satin finish across the top. And you have these 3 leaves that are really wrapping around the pearl. It's really a beautiful caress around. It's just a beautiful designer style. And see, those diamonds actually wrap up and around that profile of that bail too. Good for most all chains, including Diamonds by the Yard, because you got a good size bail there. And we are down 2.5 minutes or so in the show. And the pearl is gone, and we go back to the Tsavorite. Here's the Tsavorite again. I'll come in close on that one, 4043. The Tsavorite's under $1,000. It makes an incredible pinky ring, or really anywhere you want. It's a 40-pointer in the center with 49 points in diamonds, burnished into the sides. And that's going to be our one and only. That's going to be $9.99. Stays in the white gold. You get it for $8.99 at checkout. That will be our last call, probably our last item of the show tonight, with 2 minutes left, unless this one goes. And we got a few moments left. We can show you something else. But again, all of our Tanzanites, that's really rare. We've got our Tanzanites here to share. Still, those earrings, the drop earrings, the stud earrings, the big emerald cut, or the cushion cut square rings, they're here. The fire opal pendant for $4.99. The big 204 diamond pendant. If you're thinking about that 204, I will just give my 2 cents into the thing here. This is the one to get. If you love diamonds, get this 2 carat 04. Please do. You will love it. 2 carats 04 in diamonds, pave perfection. That is, remember we did that for $24.99 for that necklace. Yeah, pendant chain, the whole thing. So everything ready to go there. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow. Now that we are back in the swing of things this week, we hope to see you on Thursday and Friday nights, 5 to 8 Pacific, 8 to 11 Eastern. Also, don't forget about the weekends. The weekends we're here from 10 o'clock a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time, and of course that's 1 to 4 Eastern time. So we'll see you throughout the week. We've got amazing jewelry. Let's keep this summer sales going a little bit longer here for you, so you can shop, take advantage of the new, and any requests, anything you've had your eye on. These are the moments, these are the days. Shop these dog days of summer, get these big old discounts, and make all your favorite pieces your very own, because let me tell you, you cannot go wrong. That's Tsavorite at $499, or rather, it's not $4.99, $9.99, $8.99 at checkout. Remember, we have the fire opal here at $4.99. That's what I was just thinking. Should I show that again? I think we're good there. We've got a couple of our Tanzanites. Don't forget about the 204. The 204, that diamond necklace, nothing but diamonds in that pear shape. That is one of our best. Also have this rubellite. This is the copper bearing rubellite. It's still here. $19.99 for 8634. Make sure you grab that. We have a last call in the show. We'll be here a couple minutes after we go off the air to answer your phone calls. So please dial that number now and make sure you get in on these favorites, because nothing going to stick around. Thanks again for being with us tonight. Thanks for watching and shopping. Remember, tomorrow night we're back to do it again, 5 to 8 Pacific. So we look forward to seeing you then. Have a great rest of your evening. And from all of us at TVON, I'm Lauren Blair. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you right here tomorrow at 5. See you then.